Hey, it says we're live. It's the Bob and Tam Show. Pating. We're patinging here today.
Hey, we're gonna start that already, huh?
So everybody grab your favorite drink. We are actually drinking today.
Day drinking.
Yeah. So grab that cocktail and come on down here and let's have a chat and tell you what the heck is going on here in Sturgis today. Lots of stuff going on. Got a lot of great stuff coming up next week that we're going to talk about. We're going to talk about the construction that's going on. Got some stuff here we're going to tell you about Tam that you might be interested in checking out. So we'll see. She's shaking her head. But it's with one of our vendors that we support. And so it's pretty neat. So we'll just kind of give you a little highlights. What do we do today? Today we went out to Shade Valley Campground. It's 7 miles. Is that east?
East
of the Buffalo Chip. And they still got campsites. They got some full hookups. I think the spots are 75 foot long that they've still got. Some pull through, some back ends. They got 2 cabins left for up to 4 people in each cabin. So if you're looking for a place at this last minute and you don't know where you're going to stay, or heck, maybe you're staying way out there at Devil's Tower like somebody told us earlier this week when we made the announcement. Actually, when we talked Friday and made the announcement, she said, "The heck with that! I'm going to cancel out there at Devil's Tower, and I'm coming on in closer to town," which is definitely a thing to do because ain't a whole lot going out there towards Devil's Tower.
That's a long way from everything.
You might be waiting for the aliens to show up. Maybe that's what they do out there at night. So that's what we did today. Got a really good interview with them. They've changed a lot. We were out there on the 74th. And stayed out there, which is a different owner now. Actually, the people that own it now are actually from the same town we are in Arizona, which is a small world. So we talked about what was going on in our little town when we were out there, and they got a really big stage now. They got a lot of big stuff. They got some
all new,
not super big bands, but they got some bands that you may have heard of, which we'll be talking about. That video will be coming out on Monday afternoon, so you can check all that out. We got our video redid. We had technical difficulties the other day. We lost some volume on a couple of our interviews.
Our audio.
All of them I had done, but we didn't get back to Uncle Louie. So that's something we're going to tell you today.
He gave a good one this time.
Yeah, it was actually better than we might want to mess up next time and come back and do him again. But we're going to tell you that.
Mellow Connie, and then when we came back the second time, he was into it.
Yeah,
so.
he was really. He'd come from the Spearfish Shore, so maybe on the highway he got a little giddy there. And I don't know if I'll put what he did at the end because we ran 2 cameras because we didn't want to, and he was kind of going back and forth and acting silly, and he's a great guy.
We can put that on a blooper.
Yeah, so he's
or maybe put it on the end.
Maybe. And so that was pretty neat. But one of the things we found out from him is if you're a Bloody Mary drinker, they make them all from scratch.
He makes his own Bloody Mary mix.
Yes, from scratch. So nothing out of a bottle like a lot of people do and stuff like that. So check it out. We're not Bloody Mary drinkers. So if you want to check that out and see.
Tomato juice.
Yep. Go in there and check it out and let me know if they're as good as he says they are. And he also put our sign up. We need to bring one of those signs and show you.
Yeah.
I think I took a picture in the store, so that'll come up tomorrow on the video there. A couple new vendors have come to town. If any of you know Bill's Trailers, he actually follows every rally we've been to. Only one he wasn't at was Nashville. And he's already here with his little trailers and parts. And he sells a lot of other stuff there. He's actually across from J&P Cycles. They're open and going. The shop's not open. You can't get tires mounted. We actually seen somebody carrying a tire away today.
Yeah.
So they must be going someplace they haven't mounted up. But everybody's busy. We were out at the Harley dealer yesterday. They got all the tents up for all their vendors. A couple vendors are already there. The guy that does patches. There was another person there.
Bullhead City, Arizona, about 90 miles south of Las Vegas is where we're from. Candy. Yes, a lot of people are coming out. This is their first visit. We're excited to meet and see all of you guys. If you're coming out, whether you're driving, trailering, riding the bike, be careful. Lots of stuff out there to cause you havoc.
You look and see if we're on Facebook. So
yeah, there is, because Facebook people are on there.
All right. Make sure if you're doing Facebook, if you look above our picture, there's a little blue highlighted thing that says StreamYard. You have to click that, and then at the bottom, when it opens up, at the very bottom, there's a blue bar across the bottom. Hit that, and that'll put your name on here. So when you're commenting on Facebook, we'll know who you actually are versus trying to look at our phone, and that just gets to be a real crazy habit. Can you guys hear the music behind us? I need to know that for getting
otherwise they're gonna scrap this.
Yeah, my video would disappear. So if you hear any music, let me know. I think
Buffalo.
hopefully we turned enough to where you don't hear it.
Yeah. Oh, did you get
Lost
your
my
glasses?
What'd
I
you
don't
do?
know. I don't see them.
Oh,
I don't
yeah.
know. Oh.
Hiding behind the beer bottle. For those of you, we are drinking today.
It's only had a half one, and he can't find his glasses. Yeah,
So those want to
Laughlin's a
know,
great place.
it's getting hotter than heck this week.
Yep.
It's going to be on Tuesday. They're talking anywhere from 105 to 109. And the next day is supposed
It'd
to
be
be
like we're back home in Arizona.
well, now with the humidity.
No.
We've been sweating all day, and it's moist weather.
We were out there at Shade Valley, and we were all standing there like 2 feet away from the shade, and we stood out there for like an hour talking. And finally, the one kid, Dylan, walked over and he says, "The shade's right here. Why are we all standing out there?" So they're all saying no music.
Okay,
So-
that's good. I just don't want to get dinged for this or have to pull it off because of that. Because we've been really doing good. A lot of you guys are watching our live streams even afterwards, and that's almost like giving us another video up because these are all set up for commercials. You might have seen a commercial when you first logged in. That way we get some credit for this through YouTube, and I don't have to work so hard. Lives really make it nice. That's why we did the Friday and the Sunday. I haven't done any editing at all yet, and I got to do it tonight for the Monday video.
the Monday one.
So it's almost been like a weekend off. We've just been shooting some stuff. We're planning on Tuesday, if I don't die of heat stroke, we're going to be trying to do some of our rides. We're probably going to do Iron Mountain and maybe even Needles Tower or Needles Highway at the same time. I think it's just going to be too hot for us to go down to Custer that day. We might have to go to Custer even maybe on the weekend next weekend.
So Lee, I haven't seen any snakes, and out there at the Buffalo Chip, nothing's really fully open. So we went to these bathrooms. I did laundry. If I was going to see any snakes, I'd have thought I'd have seen them in there, but I was cautious. Haven't seen any snakes.
And we haven't really seen, only thing out here, the worst killer thing out here, there's two things. One is the freaking flies. If there's not a billion flies, there's 10 billion. And the other thing is, we've got the stupidest birds out here that just plowing the side of our white trailer. They must not see white. And we'll be sitting in there, she's like, bing, what's that noise? I said, that stupid bird hit the trailer again. They're all getting up. There's
like 5 of them have ran into the trailer, and that's why we're there, and we're not there very often.
Yeah, so but there's no dead bodies laying out there.
No.
So I guess they're just knocking themselves.
Birds. Not Jeff says he's coming from Santa Monica. He hopes to see us. We'll try to keep it.
That's a good ride. That's where we used to do. We came from Orange County. When we used to ride out here, we lived in Orange County, California for 17 years. And probably after we were out there 2 or 3 years, we started doing our trek up here to South Dakota, going to Sturgis. And our very first trip was just me and her by ourselves. We rode up here all by ourselves. And
with a broken leg.
Yeah. And did that. And then after that, I had a buddy of mine, Art. He used to ride with us all the time. And
so Tom says he was at the very first Buffalo Chip. So we'll have to get in touch with you, Tom, and talk to you.
Yeah.
Because we just did an interview with Woody for his 40th. So that'd be cool to see what your impressions were. Tom, are you coming out? That just says that. Okay.
So we'll talk a little bit about construction. We actually talk about it tomorrow on the video, but we'll give you a heads up for those that are watching live. You know, a lot of you have seen that construction going on over there on the 79. Good news is, I think we actually mentioned it on Friday. Yeah. It's almost completely done. They didn't go all the way to the full throttle. They did the 2 bridges, and we ended up having one of the construction workers or highway guys or whatever they are commented on our feed the other day and said he was actually out there working. And what happened was the tiles under the road, I guess, broke where the water is supposed to drain. So they didn't want to have, we have a lot of flooding out here when it rains, if it pours like crazy. So far, we haven't had any flooding. And they wanted to make sure the bridges were good before the rally. It was supposed to have been done several weeks ago, but they were laying the last final strip. Now, the other one, which is, what do they call that canyon road going to? It's 34 going to Deadwood from Sturgis. Yeah, they call it some kind of canyon road. I forget what it is. But that's almost completely done. We went out there 2-3 days ago, and they were on the last strip that they were putting down, and they almost had all the barricades. Those 2 will definitely be all done out on Rapid City, out on the highway, going out on the 90, going to Rapid. They've made some things in the middle, which we see there's a few more of those. We went out to Spearfish last night, and you can see ones they made before. I don't know if they're things to where if they have a construction or an accident, it's a place where people can cut off on. She thought it was because they're going to do construction, but it's concrete. There's nothing wrong with the road. There's no dips. There's no holes.
No, it's asphalt.
No, it's concrete. I don't know. It looks like concrete.
I think it's asphalt. So we have Alex DeWitt. He's from South Africa, and he's patinging all the way from there.
There you go.
That's why we did an early one. So all those that are
overseas.
Yep. can watch our videos.
It's late for them this evening, so we
Yeah.
want. That's one of the reasons we came on. We have some South African, Australian, some Swedes,
Korea.
Germans, Japan. I don't know what time it is in Japan. That's going the other way.
Yeah.
So they might be.
Germany, we figured if we did it now, it would be about 6 o'clock there in the evening. So
we were hoping to catch some of them.
Guns and Ride says no music here, so
Okay.
that's good. We're not hearing any music. Minnesota. Hey, Brian.
All right, so we're going to talk about some of the things. Today's video is about things that you should bring to Sturgis and things that you should do when you get here. What's the priority of how you do things? If you're riding your bike out here, first of all, I had a few people ask me, well, actually one guy, asked me about the gas situation. Because of the pipeline and all the different things going on. Well, I actually got on Google. I found the Rapid City News and found some information there that actually said about 2 months ago they came out with something talking about it. Well, the gasoline that comes to South Dakota does not go through the pipeline that they shut down. So not to worry that there should be, at that point, they said they didn't see any shortage of gas, and we're not having any trouble with gas. Gas right now is about $3.50 for unleaded. If you want unleaded, or if you want ethanol-free gas in town here, it's $3.89 at Junction and at Junction and LaSalle at that station. If cheapest place to buy gasoline, which for us was diesel, if you're out in Rapid City, if you're a Sam's Club member, we got gas there for $3.29 for our diesel. We got a big 55-gallon tank if you've been watching us, and gets us a lot of miles now. So we're able to do all of our running here, and then we go back to Harley in Rapid City. We go back there and gas up real quick. So kind of nice.
So Van Nucka Road seems to be pretty clear. There's not any construction on that. It's not as smooth as it used to be, but it's still a good ride to ride on. And the Deadwood one, they called it Boulder Canyon Road.
That's it, Boulder Canyon.
And that's the one he was talking about between Sturgis
and that should be totally all done by the time you guys get out here.
Oh, I'm ahead of myself. I think that was from Paula. So Paula, are you the one we met in Hill City and you did our little intro last year?
Is she, what's the Paula?
Well, it does it, Peterson. Paula Peterson. You can't see it on here, but
I didn't know if she was the one that's on Facebook.
Yeah, it is. That's her. Great news on the construction. Thanks, George. George has helped me a lot out on our ride. Thank you, George.
Some of the other things we actually, the other day when we did the live from here, when we ended up, we had a nurse from one of the hospitals here. Here's what she told us that you need to look out for. One thing to do is when you're coming, well, first of all, Iron Mountain and Needles Highway is not for the advanced rider. It's for the most experienced rider. They've already had a couple deaths from there before the rally ever started. So we want to let you know that. If you're not used to riding that, you probably should skip it. The second one is if you're coming on our Van Nucka Road, which I think is a great ride to ride. But she says that coming from Nemo, it's a pretty good straightaway. That first turn, people have already been wiping out on that this year already. The other one, which is actually part of our ride, is 385. She recommends nobody to drive on that. Well, we just drove on it and rode it. And for those that are going on a ride, we're going to show you that video, send it to you. And we already put it on our Patreon page. They could see what we were going to do. And it's not bad. It's 2 lane. You're going at the traffic in front of you. I mean, if it's late at night, you've been drinking, yeah, you shouldn't be on that road. No. You shouldn't be on any roads if you're drinking and drunken, or not even drunk, just if you're drinking. That's why we have the bus out here. What's the other bus they told us about?
Jonesy.
Jonesy. Is it Jonesy?
That's what they said. I don't know.
We see that goes to different places. It's a smaller setup. Motorcycles are in town. A little busier today, even though as hot as it is. Friday night out here was really quiet. So those are the main 4 roads that she really advised for everybody to be very careful on. You should definitely be careful out here. We've already seen 3 dead deers between here and the Buffalo Chip.
More dead bodies
that people have hit with cars. Who knows what they've hit them with? We've seen a couple live ones now that's ran across from us. So definitely watch for animals and be cautious. If you're out early morning, late after, or early evening, early morning, definitely be looking. But I mean, the one morning it was 10 or 11 o'clock when we seen the deer run across in front of us.
So the other bus is Jones, Jonez bus, and Paula just gave us that information.
So you might want to check that out because they're a little more personal. They've got like here when we were out there, that you actually get a card when you get on the bus, and you can actually, now I don't know if it's everywhere, but for their campground, you could call and say, hey, I'm at One Eye Jack's, and they'll come and pick me up from there. And I think they're a little bit more expensive. Maybe we'll look up the
I
link
think
and
they
see what
said
it
it
is.
was $10 a
Round
ride.
trip.
Yeah. No, each way. I think he
$5.
said. Oh, was it $5? I don't know.
I think it was
I don't
$5 each way,
remember.
$10 round trip. Or you
Oh,
could
you were
buy
talking about that too.
you could buy an all-day pass and ride as much as you want. So I think it's a little bit cheaper or a little more expensive than the bus. But the idea there is they say with their bus is it takes you straight to where you're going. It doesn't like the bus. If you want to see the scenic views of Sturgis,
and all the campgrounds in between here and your campground, they stop at every campground.
each bus does a different route.
I know, but
I mean, you might stop at 3 or 4
if you're wanting to get home or if you have to go to the bathroom, it's a long ride. So Julie said she's about 90 miles south of the Canadian border in Minot, and we just had Adam Zamzoil was up there doing a delivery. They packed up a house and moved it over to Minnesota, I believe they says where they took it.
He did, and his son did.
Yeah.
They just had to have to pack it all up.
Ken says 13 more days. You can't wait. We'll have to catch up with you, Ken. I can't wait to meet you. I think we're all doing. This one. A couple of them I had to laugh at. That if you get Mike's burrito over at the Full Throttle, you'll get gas.
Mike's not there. Mike Fajita doesn't. What they've done now at the Full Throttle is they've hired in a company to do all the catering. So if you actually look behind us, over to the left on the other Jim Beans or One Eye Jack's, there's a place there that does vending, and they do the food. That's who's got the contract now out at the Full Throttle and doing all food. We did, if you were watching our videos in Leesburg, we actually seen Fajita Mike. Got him on a couple times.
Yep. He's a nice guy too. How's the construction between Lead and Cheyenne Crossing? That's almost done. There is a little bit of orange barrels up here and there, but most of it's 2 lanes on either side. So hopefully, because our ride's going to go through part of there, hopefully all that'll be cleared up. It's a nice smooth ride now. So
yeah, it's all the part you're riding on is all smooth and asphalt. It's really nice.
Yeah, because last year, if you remember, if you came out, it was all just gravel. You had to ride on for like 3 miles.
So we already went ahead and rode on it, and we rode it last week, and it was good then. I was fine with it. I guess I might be a little bit better, more experienced rider than I thought I was. But
6 more days, Nicole. Lindsay will even go to Rapid City, unlike the bus. Oh, really? They weren't sure if it went to Rapid City or not.
It did?
Sarah said it did.
Oh, well, we'll have to call them.
Get some information.
Oh, Jay-Z. We'll have to call them and see, because we have a lot of people asking us about that. So we'll double check on that.
DJ days are coming back. He said Jay-Z. Oh, no. Jody said he had hit 2 deers on his bike, going 70 miles an hour. Oh, my gosh.
Did you survive?
Yeah, I guess he did right to us. I bet you did freak out. That would be scary. We hit a deer once in a car, but yeah, that's not fun.
Yeah, the rental car.
Yeah.
I glued the emblem back on, and it worked out all right. I called my insurance company.
Another cup of ice, too? Thanks. All right.
And so here's some of the things we're going to talk about. We're going to get back to things you should bring and things you should do in priority here when you come to Sturgis for the rally. So some of the things you need to bring. Number 1, rain gear. Good rain gear. You know, we put our rain gear on a couple years ago.
Thank you.
And ended up, it was like putting on a sweater. The water went right through it. So you want to make sure that before you pack all your gear up, go out in the front yard and have the wife or the girlfriend squirt you down with the hose. Do the same thing with her. Maybe get her before she puts the rain gear on. Have a little fun with it. But make sure
She likes to play wet t-shirt
make sure
contest.
it stays dry underneath. Because there's nothing worse than if you're driving, when we've done it, you're driving through and the temperature drops down into the 60s and you get ice cold rain on you, and nothing more miserable than being cold on your bike. So make sure you got good rain gear. Now, see, we went ahead last year, 2 years ago, and went ahead and bought the Harley Davidson one. Even though it was a lot of money, I bought some of that cheap junk from Amazon, and it fell apart. And,
that's what he's drinking right now.
Bud Light Limes.
From Sweden. He says, what sorts of beers do you have at U.S. Strong?
What you got to...
A and B products are probably the biggest.
Well, but I mean, there's a lot of microbreweries.
Yeah, especially around here.
And so there's a lot of IPAs. I'm not an IPA drinker.
Hi, Mark.
But there's probably hundreds of them here in the area if you're an IPA drinker. So rain gear is number 1. That's the first thing you want to make sure you've got packed. Also, a good pair of boots. Same thing. I have the boots that the raincoat I can put over my boots, which definitely does help. I
I don't.
A good pair of boots is nice to have versus having tennis shoes, because you get on a lot of these, like when I go on Needles Highway and stuff, I put my boots on. If I'm riding in town, I have my tennis shoes on. But if we're going to do some heavy riding, I always put my boots on. You want to make sure you have that. Depending on what state you're coming from, you need to bring a helmet. Even though you maybe the states you're traveling through, you don't need a helmet. But I mean, sometimes out here, if you're out here on the highway and you're doing a lot of highway driving, you should really put your helmet on.
So here's a subscriber. He says, don't buy frog togs. They leak. So there you go. Don't buy them.
Not so waterproof frogs.
Nope.
So we want to know. So that's number one. Make sure you do that. Other thing you need to do is, like, if you're like me, I don't wear full gear when we're riding. You know, we do have chaps. Now this trip here, I would have never brought any chaps. It's going to be hotter than hell. I'm not going to bring my heavy coat, and I'm not going to bring my chaps. And the two reasons I wouldn't do that is because of the temperature that's going on. You can bring, like, we've got it some. I got
them with us.
Yeah,
so we're not going to take.
Well, we brought them with us because they're in the trailer, so they're already packed. But I'm talking about if you're bringing your motorcycle. These are the things you should be thinking about. I have a neoprene jacket that I bought from Harley years ago. Used to be waterproof, and now it's not. But it's got a hood on it. But it's big enough on me. I think it's like an extra large. I can wear another coat underneath it, a sweatshirt or a long sleeve shirt and another shirt, so I can bundle up, and I'm pretty good with that. I carry 2 pairs of gloves. I have my fingerless gloves, and then I have my good winter gloves that I've actually had since the first Harley I ever bought. Best Harley gloves I ever bought. You have to ask to see
back
those.
In 2007.
Yeah, and best money I ever spent.
They're antique.
Yeah, I get money for them. But I wouldn't sell them because they've been loyal to me, and they've been through rain. And we also have snow gloves that we wear in the rain. If we were traveling this way, I probably would bring. We found out that's really the best gloves to buy if you want to be dry in the rain. Is snow gloves. They're kind of big and bulky, but your hands won't get wet,
and they stay warm.
Yeah. So those are kind of the things that we do. We wouldn't bring out our heated gear. It's gonna be hot this year. You know, even if it cools down, we're still gonna be in the high 80s here. So right now,
it'll be nice riding.
If you're hanging around, if you're here on Tuesday, they're talking anywhere from 106 to 109 on Tuesday. And then the next day is going to cool down Wednesday. And then they said by Sunday, which I could probably look today and see what the next forecast is, but they're talking about 84 by Sunday. Right now, they're not even showing any rain. But, you know, this is kind of like Florida, around 5 o'clock, anything's possible.
If you're talking about the Pasta Corral, Donald, it opened last week, and I don't think they have any plans on closing up. The kids do have full-time careers, but as far as I know, it says, will the Pasta Ranch be open this year? It seems like last year. I don't know if he's talking about the Pasta Corral or the Pizza Ranch. So there's 2 different places. I don't know. Pasta
Corral's out on Bonnaca Road. It's got the little pond with the fish and really nice people that own it. They got a catering business. They're planning on being open until they die, and they're going to run that. So they already opened last Friday from 5 to 8, and they'll be all the way open until the end of the rally. That's where our dinner is going to be at. We might even make it out there this week. We actually had somebody would have went out there Friday. Rod from the Buffalo Chip, him and his wife went out there and had dinner.
And Kat and I think her boyfriend, they went out there
from the
Friday too. Yeah.
So a lot of people we knew went out Friday. We had the live here, so we just didn't have a chance to. We thought about going out there. Where did we eat Friday? We ate someplace pretty good on Friday. There was a nice old Chevelle, 66 Chevelle just drove by. If you seen that blue, and back it up a little bit.
Boondocker. We missed him the other day. I didn't look at the video again to see if we could see him. So we have not been to the Back Porch Bar and the B&B and Spearfish. Paula said hi. Tell them check them out. Okay, we'll have to check them out. Paula, are you going to come up this year? We met her last year, and she kind of did an intro for one of our videos. There's Ken. Don't forget to give us a thumbs up. Ken says we have 153 on there. How many thumbs up do we have? Don't forget to like. YouTube likes you guys to like us.
That gives us good ratings. We're slowly starting. They gave me a little message saying, oh, wow, your videos are being watched a lot. We're starting to recommend you. Starting to recommend us. So we need to get here, hopefully by Monday, once we get the good videos next week with the police and getting closer to talking to the Hells Angels. And
we got some names and contacts. So we'll
maybe
see.
they'll tell them.
Maybe they'll come get us because they'll hear we're looking for them.
So we're going to talk to the police because they met with the police last week, the Hells Angels. But we found out, not to scare anybody, but there could be anywhere from 60 to 80,000 Hells Angels in town during the rally. Not to be worried about that, which we're going to talk about that with the police. And hopefully we'll talk to the Hells Angels and the president, and we'll get a little bit of information from him about what they're going to do, what kind of fun they're planning on having while they're out here. One thing you got to remember with motorcycle clubs is just respect people. You know, don't look down at them. If they talk to you, talk to them. A lot lot of the guys, you know, if you go downtown here on Main Street, they got shops down here. They sell T-shirts and hats, and they got a tattoo place. I think they do tattoos and stuff down here. And if you stop at their booths there, they're really
I have
friendly.
a pair of leather gloves, or deerskin gloves.
Yeah.
I like them. They're so soft. They said don't wear cheap black leather gloves in the rain
because
your hands will be black. Yes.
My Harley gloves do that to me. My my fingerless gloves.
Getting are get back whips legal there? I don't know. We'll have to write that down and ask the chief.
What?
Get back whips. Those things, are they legal
I would
here?
think if handlebars can be so high that you can't touch them,
I'll write that
but
down.
we'll ask. We're also going to ask them about the glasses, which I think is going to be okay too. If you have yellow tinted glasses at night, can you wear them at night? I'm going to think, yeah, but we're going to ask them those questions. We're going to talk about marijuana, and we're going to talk about if you have a prescription, what do they call that? Prescription card for marijuana?
Medical card.
Medical card. Medical card for marijuana. We're going to talk about that because there's different laws there because you can't get one here. But if you bring one in, we're going to tell you how much Mary Jane you can come in with the dudes. We're going to tell you how much you can bring. You don't want to go to jail.
So I don't know how many people. So if anybody are
These
there,
subscribers, come over here. We're live. Look, we got some subscribers.
Yay!
Around the back of us.
RV Play Couple.
Oh, okay.
You guys just got in.
Yeah, yeah.
All right, so we have some of our subscribers. Hey, we turn them around.
They have a YouTube
Look.
channel too.
RV couple.
RV Play Couple.
RV Play Couple.
Do you guys have a YouTube channel?
Yeah, there is.
No.
Oh, I thought you guys did.
I didn't
We
think they
watch
did.
too many of you guys.
Yeah. You guys are all set up over there at the Oak.
Yes, we are.
All right.
So we want to come over and see you
And
over
visit-
there.
Yeah, it looks like a nice
Have you
campground.
give us a tour of it?
We'll give you a tour and maybe introduce you to some of the people
All
that
right.
go over there. They
Yeah.
have there's a lot of celebrities that stay there.
Okay.
Oh, really?
Yeah, you
Okay.
said Rusty Wallace stays there. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
And so that'd be
Cool.
pretty neat. And you know, maybe we'll go there one day and stay.
Oh, there you go. Well, we don't want to interrupt your good
All right.
All right, give him a sticker.
channel.
I
Yeah, we
did.
got one.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
See,
All right.
I'm ahead of you.
All righty, we'll be seeing
We'll see
you.
you guys later. Take care.
Okay. Subscribers.
Yeah,
Who would ever
we
dream?
love to meet you guys. It's so cool.
They were across the street waving. And I'm like, hey, come on over. So like I say, anytime you see us out and about and you're here in Sturgis, don't hesitate to come up. Only exception to the rule is if you see me with the camera and we're talking to somebody, yeah, skip that. Because I've already thought my thought out and we're doing,
Or just stand back and
We
then when we're
don't-
done, come on up.
if you ain't figured it out, I don't script nothing. We shoot from the hip and that's how we do it. You get what you see is what you get. Very seldom when we're at home, if we've got like the top 10, we'll write all those 10
We'll
items
make a
out.
list.
So we make sure we stay in the top 10 and we don't go wandering down the road or maybe say number 10 instead of number 1 and all that. So we do that. Other than that, we don't script nothing. Other than here, she's got my notes here of the things we want to talk about,
He
things you
says,
need
I
to
want to talk
bring.
about this. I want to- So
Yeah.
while we're driving,
So-
I'm writing.
So we make sure we got all the good information for you guys. Do we have another one? What's going on? Another subscriber.
Number.
You want to know what you're drinking? She's on
2.
2 already. She's sucking them down. But you guys you need to come over here. Park your bike. They ain't gonna say nothing.
There's another. I don't know if he was a subscriber before I met him. He has an ACT trailer too, I believe.
Yeah.
So, so any of you guys that come here and go to the local breweries, what kind of dark beer do you like? There's a guy from Sweden that wants
Here,
to
tell
know.
everybody who you are.
I'm Michael Massa. I have an ATC.
There
Yep,
you go.
he's
I thought it
From
was you.
Texas City, Houston area.
And what are you riding today?
I'm riding my BMW GSA.
There you go. We met him over at the Adventure Rally, and he started watching us. So he's a new subscriber to us, and he's got the same trailer that we've got.
Yeah.
Got a couple inches shorter, but overall it's the same trailer. But he's got the room on the back, which we don't have.
Yeah.
But I think we got the happy jack. You probably don't have a happy jack, do you?
No.
Yeah, because when you fold it up, you don't see it. So somebody else got a. Where you at now? Camping at
Steel Pony.
Steel Pony.
Okay.
We got a couple people going to Steel Pony
Yep.
this week that are checking out. Going to be heading out there. So yeah, we're doing
That's
our
right.
weekly live here to try to tell everybody what's
81st
going
at
on.
the 81st. That's why
So what do you think about the heat?
few people.
I'm gonna head out.
You gonna get out of here before
I
Tuesday?
left Texas to get away from the heat. It's cooler down there. than
What?
here,
North.
and I really don't like the smoke.
Yeah, it's starting to
Smoke
get
bothers
hazy
me more
now.
than the heat.
Somebody
Starting to
asked
get
that.
hazy
We
now.
are getting a little
I wasn't
haze
gonna
from
say
the fire.
anything because I didn't want to discourage people, but it's
I'm
getting
sorry.
hazy.
It's okay.
It's all right. We were gonna say it anyway because we want to let people know when they're getting here. It's not hazy like now. If you've got any kind of asthma problems, you want to definitely bring your asthma inhaler. But I mean, right now, I don't smell it. Can you smell the smoke?
No.
Okay, I don't smell it either.
But
I got a
you know,
pretty good
usually
nose.
when you come up here, it's really crisp and clear, and you can see.
But
for
I
miles.
thought
It's a
maybe
little hazy now.
I wasn't sure that was what was causing it because we had that really good rain the other night and it still looked the same when we got up. It was still, it was
Rain
like
helped.
cloudy. It was
Rain
kind of
helped.
cloudy. So,
But I hear it's going to be record turnout this year.
oh yeah, we're gonna have a big crowd here. It's gonna be crazy.
Good
Somebody
seeing
else
you
going
guys.
slow.
I'll
Are they
stay
looking
up
at
with
us
you
too?
guys on YouTube.
All right.
Thanks.
Bye-bye.
Thanks for watching
All right.
and joining.
The rally hasn't even started and they're
Yeah.
coming up. See, we
So-
love it. We love it when you guys come up and talk to us. It actually gives me new energy to do what we do. You know, people always say, we were talking to Rod, and that's over there at the Buffalo Chip, and that's what he asked me. He says, you guys really make money doing this? And we're like, no. So there's something else that makes us drive to do this is the interaction that we have with you guys, people wanting to get our good information, and our channel's growing. We've gained a couple hundred subscribers here in the last couple days. You know, my goal is to have 25,000 by the time we pull away from here at the rally. So, you know, we got a good 3-4 weeks here to get that done.
So thank you,
And
Daniel.
help spread the word. Let people know that, hey, if you're wanting to know what's going on in Sturgis, hey, we're the ones that's going to give it to you. If you want to know what's happening today, campgrounds, if you want someplace, we're going to actually go out to Hog Heaven. We have a girl that's, if you've been watching on reading some of the comments, she has wrote a bunch of stuff. They've done a bunch of work over there. And actually, it's not a bad price. I don't know if they got any spots left. But the prices really weren't too bad. So we're going to go over there in the next, I think she gets in on the 2nd or the 3rd. And I'm going to see if she'll give me a tour around, because they're owned by somebody else now. They're not owned by the campground. I think there's a quarry in the background, or landscaper, or big company.
I think it's a quarry.
They own it now, but they keep it as a campground. And we got that from Jack Pine Gypsies.
Thank you, Daniel. He joined our Patreon page. Ken says if we get 100 thumbs up, he'll give us a super chat. He says, come on, Pating Nation. Somebody else gave us a super chat there. Donald Fisher.
Thank you,
Thank you, Donald.
for helping supporting our channel. And that's another way you can do it if you want to support us. When we do these live feeds, it's just easy. You can click on that little red thing there by the comment, and you can put whatever you want. $1 in there. You can put whatever you want to put. You can put something special. Someday we're going to get really, really busy, and she may not be able to go through all these comments, because we know a lot of YouTubers that get, well, we know one guy, Traveling Robert, and he usually has a couple thousand people on when he's on it, and there's no, and unless you're paying any money, there's the only way you're going to get him to say anything, because they're just rolling through so fast.
To get all you guys up there.
So that's kind of what I told her. I said, last couple ones, she's tried to say something to everybody, and it's tough. And so what I told her is, you know, somebody's just saying hi, just say, hey, hi, Sue, hi, whoever you are, and not flash up their name on the screen, because it takes away from what we're doing, and we don't want any of you to get bored with seeing what other people say. So we'll go back
for his rain gear. How much did you pay for? About 150.
Yeah, probably from Harley.
And then I got mine from JP Cycles, and it was about 100.
Yeah.
So
they both seem to good, but they're not the same color. Hers is bright yellow or green,
and his
and mine's
orange.
Harley orange. So, but they're the same thing. They're Velcroed. You don't have to worry about trying to force your leg through the leg and all that stuff. So that's
what's funny. If you want to see something funny and it looks like it's going to start raining, and you see people on the side of the road trying to put on the rain gear, standing up, it ain't easy.
And that's what's nice about the ones we've got. They're Velcro, so you can basically completely undo them. And if you have two people with you, they can put them together. If you're by yourself, it's a little tougher. Better off just sitting on the ground and putting them on.
Thanks, Seymour. He says bidding.
And so we do that.
No, we're not going to K River. Sorry.
No, K River this year, because that's the same time that our Las Vegas dealers is having their bike fest. So we did add them last year, and our dealer does a lot for us too. And we want to help support them and try to get them to have some good numbers during the bike fest in Las Vegas. You doing, drooling or something?
No, I'm sweating. It's hot out here.
Yes. Hotter than a mudda.
Says,
93.
Yes, we're at Loud America
Yep,
again.
we forgot to give out a shout out.
Thank you, Loud America.
Loud America sponsors us again.
We have our own little corner here. They
we're
bring
paying
us
for
our
drinks, but we let them. We like to give them a shout out. They're nice. What happens is there's so many of the bars, like across the street, One Eye Jacks, don't have any of their tables out front yet, or none of the covers. So we'd have to sit under their balcony or underneath their floor, I guess. And they got music going, and it's pretty loud. It's kind of like here. We were sitting up over here at one of the tables over here, but we were afraid you might hear a little bit of the music, and that'll screw up my getting any money from this.
Oh, it's really hard to see. There's a glare on it. Okay.
Well, look at your phone and read them.
I cannot on YouTube.
My phone.
So
while she's trying to read that, let me tell you what else you need to bring. So you do that. The other thing you need to do, which I was trying to say before, I ride a lot short sleeveless shirts. So we're driving down Wyoming because we're coming from Arizona or Idaho, wherever we're coming through. Make sure you bring a lot of sunscreen. One thing I always give you a tip, if you got the spray on, stay away from your bike when you're spraying it. She sprayed one year and ruined my paint. That stuff does some nasty stuff to your bike paint. if you don't wipe it off right away. And who thinks about it? Who's got the bug slide right there in their hand when they need it?
Yeah.
And so my other bike that I sold had a lot of little spots on it. We figured out it was from the spray. So when she sprays, we spray way away from the bike.
Yeah.
So the liquid, we do spray more than we do liquid because the spray gets liquid just is kind of a mess. Your face turns white. It's just so bring a lot of spray suntan. Her favorite thing is what's the number one thing you should tell everybody to bring?
The lips. Oh my gosh. What? Oh, bug spray, fly swatters. It's buggy out here. Wait, see in Arizona, there must not be much bugs. And
they get burned up by the sun.
Yeah.
But there's a lot of moths out here. There's we haven't seen a lot of bees or crickets or
Brazils in the house.
Yeah. No snakes we've seen. Now, we haven't been doing any hiking either. But we're walking through the fields. We're riding the golf cart. We washed the golf cart today. I don't know if you're allowed to do that at the Buffalo Chip, but we got it done because there ain't nobody around. Nope. Sunday is like play day there. There ain't nobody around other than and they're really getting things going there. If you're going out to the Buffalo, and all the campgrounds the same way. I shouldn't say just them. Everybody is, out there full throttle. Hey, did you guys see the video? We're going to go out there.
And we showed it to you first.
We showed you the skull head that they were making at the Buffalo Chip. We are like, where the heck is they going to put this stupid thing at? Where are they going to hang it from? Well, it's not. It's going to be their burnout pit. So on the side of the main bar, they're going to put this giant head. They said they could put 2 bikes in there, but you do not want to do 2 burnouts at the same time unless there's a wall between it, which there's not. Because somebody's going to plow into somebody else and they're going to get hurt. Hopefully they'll do 1 bike at a time. But by doing it in the way the head's shaped, smoke's going to come out of the eyes. So it's going to be wild and crazy just to do burnouts there.
Well, because we were there the other day looking for the burnout pit. Nobody knew where it was, but everybody Michael was keeping it under wraps.
We didn't ask Michael where it was going to be. And maybe that's what he heard us in there asking about what it was. And he jumped on it and wanted to tell everybody before we figured it out from one of his employees. And we won't say who his employees that like to give us good information. So we've been already out there. They had the 4-wheel drive thing this weekend. Michael said it wasn't very good, so we ended up never making it out there this weekend to see what their UTV. They got that mud hole. It looks like a swamp pit that they let you fly through and stuff. And I seen a few people going out there this morning with UTVs, but we didn't make it out there. A couple vendors out there, which I think that video already came up, I think. Yeah, that video came up yesterday. It showed you the veterans are out there doing raffle tickets. And also the guy that does the bullets, he's a veteran too.
Yeah, that's neat. He showed me how his wife makes those necklaces, and I got one of her necklaces.
So make sure you bring plenty of sunscreen. Cover your face. You don't want to. I just had a good buddy of mine.
Wear a mask.
She seen somebody the other day like that. Look, that guy's wearing a mask. I said, it's one of those ones that it was like a skull. I said, it's keeping the wind out of his face, not a mask for masking. So those are the 2 things that you highly need to bring. And pack light. The odds are
there's laundromats.
Also, the chances are bring 1 pair of shorts. You're not going to be running around here unless you ride your bike with shorts. Most people don't. I burn my leg every time I get on with shorts, so I probably won't. But and bring just a couple T-shirts because you're going to buy junk when you're here. We already bought a couple shirts already, and we're going to buy another one from one sexy biker chick probably today. And so we'll see how that all goes. So, you're going to have those. So there's 3 more shirts I've got to wear now that I didn't have when I got here.
And one sexy biker chicks are black, and he doesn't like
So,
black.
you can bring plenty of socks and underwear because that always rolls up really small. You can pack it really tight. So, you can always bring a lot of extra skivvies with you. The girls don't need to bring no bras because who's going to wear a bra out here? You're in free country. This is God's country. Let God leave you like you came.
So he says God created you naked.
That's right.
You should be naked all the time. So yes,
that's what I keep
Badgers
saying. The last drink I had was hotter than hell. So that tells you how hot it is. Make sure you bring your koozie.
Yep.
To keep your beer in. Normally I don't have a lot of glass, but they got cans. So if you're going to be here, unless you're going to buy one of the cups are $10. We found out the city's selling, and they're going to have them at their kiosks. If you buy one inside of a bar, it's not the city's cup. You can't take it out. Which we'll talk to the police about that, but he's going to reassure that because the city already told us that. $10. The wristbands do not cost you anything. There's some morons on Facebook that are putting rumors out like they always do.
Thanks, Jay.
The bands that you're going to have, that you're going to get, is to prove you're over 21. If that little band falls off, you cut it off. Next day, you can come down to the city and you get a free band. Only thing it costs you is the cup. And then we're going to find out a little bit more about when you have to dump it out. I'm pretty sure at 10 o'clock, you're going to have to dump it out or go in a bar. But we're going to see what the police chief says, what they're going to tell you to do. So we'll tell you that tomorrow, which will be on Tuesday's video. Police chief. So what else you need to bring when you're coming? Bring a couple pairs of jeans,
I'll ask him at the full throttle, okay?
And, you know, if you got a lady friend coming with you, same thing. You can go down to a sexy biker chick and you can just get her a whole hot wardrobe. Heck, other than that, let's go on over there to the Knuckle and go underneath the steps and just have her painted up. You just wear that the whole time she's here. You ain't got to worry about nothing.
It'll sweat off, I'll tell you that much right now.
And hopefully it'll be a little cooler by then.
Barry and Gail, they're from Wyoming.
We
They're going to be
just
here on the
met up
9th.
yesterday with the promoter of Topless Tuesday.
Steve,
We're going to be doing a commercial on them in about a week.
next Sunday.
Yep. It'll probably be on Monday. You'll see that. No matter what they say. You can go to Glencoe. You can see a bunch of people running around naked.
203 people on.
But you're going to
Thumbs
see all different sizes, all different ages, all different things. Go out to, we went, the first time was last year to go out to Montana, out to Alzada.
Alzada.
That's it.
Alzada.
She got it.
A-L-Z-A-D-A.
So they got that bar out there in the middle of nowhere, and it's legal in Montana to be topless. So you think you're just going to see the girls on the stage? No. There's a whole lot of girls with their tops off.
Paula, you going to go on a ride with us? Email me.
So that's put that on your list.
Did you ever want to do a burnout?
No, I don't want to ruin my bike. I used to do it in a car. When I was 16, 17 years old, I used to smoke the tires off my car until they popped. So, yes, I used to go to Walmart or Kmart. We had a Kmart store. I used to buy junk tires because I tore them up so fast. And I just smoke them. And motorcycle, I don't know. I'm probably, maybe why I ride pretty good on riding a bike is I've always had that feeling of me sliding face first down the asphalt. And so I think about that all the time I'm on my bike, about somebody hitting me, somebody losing traction, or whatever might happen. And I have no trouble riding Iron Mountain, Needles Highway. I keep up with the majority of people. Somebody's got a crotch rocket doing 80 miles an hour. No, I can't keep up with that. But I mean, I'm cooking along pretty good. Most people, a lot of people can't keep up with me.
I'm squeezing him as we're going around the corner. Slow down.
And then when she's not on it, I would go twice as fast than I do with her on the back. So, but I mean, that's different. Everybody rides different. And that's what I say. If you're first time coming out here, skip Iron Mountain and Needles Highway. You don't need to go on that and hurt yourself or hurt somebody else or hurt the one you're with. And so think about that. You can go out here on a lot of other great roads to ride your bike. And we're going to talk about rides next week on the video that we do Tuesday. We're going to show you a couple. We'll talk. Spearfish is a great ride that you can go with. Brand new person. I just got a bike today. You could go out to Spearfish and ride because there's so many cars and stuff on there. You really can't get the speed that you're going to get on Iron Mountain and Needles Highway. And Von Knocker Road to me is a really good road. It's really curvy too. But if you're not used to, I guess, making those turns, and you know, the idea of watching doing turns, which it kind of hurts you on Needles Highway and Iron Mountain, is you typically watch the line. Either you're watching the white line on the edge of the road that goes around, and if you constantly keep your eyes on that road, that line, you're never going to slide off. You guys don't have coolers, do you?
Like koozies?
Yeah, they got hot really quick. And trying to get another beer, maybe. So that's how I ride. Or you're looking at the yellow line. I normally ride on the inside, but when I go to those roads, I ride on the outside. Less chance of some moron hitting me with a car, which they almost did last year.
Hit the thumbs up button, everybody says.
Yep.
Tater, Two Dog says.
So that's some of the things you need to bring, and that's about all I would recommend really bringing out here. I've seen somebody else packing up stuff, and they were going to bring water with them. A case of water on their motorcycle. What the hell for? Dude, they sell right here at the grocery store. It's not that freaking expensive. Don't be bringing soda and all that kind of stuff. You want to put a couple cans in your bike along the ride, then yeah, go ahead and do that. So you have something while you're, sometimes you can't find a place to stop. So we do that. She does a lot of times. One of the best tricks to do is before you leave, a couple nights before, take a couple of bottles of water, throw them in the freezer and let them freeze. Throw them in your side bags. You know, the first one of them you might want to keep it. If you're going to drive a couple of days, because you're not going to be able to freeze it after that. You know, if you're driving 4 or 5 days, get you a cooler and put the 5 in there and put one at a time in the back of your bag. By the time you get ready to drink, it'll be half ice,
too many
half water. So that's something else you could be thinking about bringing. But I mean, pack light. You could buy anything here. We got a Walmart down the street.
Super chat.
Yep. Thank you. Super chat.
There's Fairview Berry said.
There you go.
Thank you, Ken. One. You are drinking fast. We're meeting some friends after dinner afterwards, so I should have texted them before, tell them we were going to be here for sure.
So those are the things that you got to do. Pack light. And if you've got a lady friend coming with you, now what'd you do?
I don't know.
She lost her screen.
Here, go this way. There we go.
There we go. She lost the screen there for a minute. She hit the wrong button. You need to hit over here.
know.
So pack light, and just like the little lady, that's her. She brought a pair. Well, we have the boots in the trailer. Normally, if we're riding our bike, we always wear our boots the whole trip here. That's required. She'll bring a pair of tennis shoes, and she brings a pair of sandals.
Flip-flops.
Flip-flops. I bring a pair of tennis shoes, and we pack them on the sides of the bike. We can load up our Harley, both of us together. We have one bag on the top, and everything else is in the compartments. And we make it here. And once again, everybody's got a laundromat here. And heck, you get too many dirty shirts, you can always buy another one. They got a place down here. The shirts are a little more expensive this year than they were. Got one guy who's got 3 for $35. And
3 for $40, I think.
And then they got, well, that one down here said 3 for $35. The one up here at SOS is 3 for $40. And it used to be about $10 a shirt, but might find somewhere in the town. We're going to be out next week in some of the little towns, Hill City and
Did we talk to you at Topless Tuesday, Mark, last year? I wonder. We did a bunch of people we saw there.
So Topless Tuesday is going to be the best. Also, we're going to have DVDs shortly after that, selling from all the behind the scenes and all the good stuff that you've seen up close and personal. So that'll be something to be looking for later on. So that's all what we want to talk about today, about how to pack. And that's all you need to do. Don't bring a bunch of crap. And if you bring medicine, any kind of prescription drug, bring the bottle with you. Because if you get here and you're one of these people that's got Monday through Friday, you got 2-week thing, you get pulled over, you're going to jail until you can explain where all those drugs are.
UK's in the house.
So if nothing else, take the label out of the bottle, because I'm going to have it. I guess now a lot of them, they stick them on the bottle. Bring those empty bottles with you. Just leave your pills in your bottles. So you get here and then divide them all up. Because you don't want to put them in baggies and all that, because
you don't think you're a drug dealer.
We had Barney 5 pull us over in Wyoming when we first came out here. And he was Barney 5. He had one bullet in his gun, and he was driving an old 70s Bronco as it was their patrol vehicle.
I never did a burnout. I used to like to rev I had loud pipes on my Sportster.
She had straight pipes.
Yeah, I used to like that a lot, but never did a burnout.
Yeah. To me, if I had an old bike, maybe. I mean, I'm not going to take my 2014 CVO Ultra Classic and do burnouts. Now, I was really thinking about doing the drag strip. But I mean, I don't know. With all the stuff going on, I don't know if I have time. And the other thing, if something happens to the bike or something happens to me on the track, that kind of really screws up our schedule of things we need to do. And you won't be seeing a lot of videos right during
No.
She doesn't edit. Here's another thing you need to think about. We'll talk about things you need to do if you're coming to Sturgis. First of all, if you're wanting to get something done to your bike, like me, I'm going to get shocks done. We're going through Rick Rack. How do I know that? We've already called them. They
made an appointment.
They put my parts on the truck and they got my name on them. So we'll talk about that on next week, because they're going to be putting them on next week already on the 28th. They're going to be installing it all, and we're going to do a video and all that good stuff, and we'll show you that. But if you're going to have something done, like even if you're going to come out here to Amsoil Adam, have oil changes done, you know, you can call these people and set up appointments. And if you need phone numbers, and the people we sponsor, Speeds Performance Plus, he's already got appointments on the book already. So if you want to get your motor done, maybe some easy start cams or whatever you want him to do, you can set an appointment up to where, hey, you don't have to wait all, you know, he'll come in and say, well, we can kind of squeeze you in today, leave your bike there all day. You can come in.
Well, even the Harley dealer said that.
Harley dealer right now is not making any appointments for tire changes, which I don't expect that anyway. I don't know if anybody gives appointments for tire changes. If you want to get a tire change, you be at the shop first thing in the morning, be there at 8 o'clock. So you're one of the first few in line. Tires don't take very long to throw tires on a bike. So I don't know anybody that's going to give you an appointment for a tire change. Now, a lot of them won't give you an appointment for oil changes, but I know.
That's still not to say they're going to do it.
I know Amsoil Adam, you can set up an appointment to have him if you want to get some love jugs put on. You can set him up and get an appointment with that.
Here we go with the love jugs.
He's got and we're going to be talking to him probably next weekend.
We're going to do a tech talk with him.
Yep, you get to talk about love jugs. Now, what station YouTuber out there is going to let you talk about love jugs? You can't see it. I'm moving my love jugs around. My love jugs stay cool. Maybe not today.
Not right now, anyway.
So you can do that. So, you know, if you want to get a hold of any of the people that we do shout outs for, the Ferrying Exchange, Chubby Cups, you don't really need an appointment with Chubby Cups because he eats so fast, he gets things done really quick. But any of the people that you've seen on our channel, let us know. We can help you get an appointment.
You can ship stuff.
Zero is another one we can get a hold of for you. Rick Rack, JV Cycles, not so much. We do know the manager down there, but he doesn't really have a lot to do with the shop. So I don't know if we can get any appointments there. Maybe when the rally starts, we can ask, but I'm thinking they probably won't give any.
I don't do tequila. Somebody wants me to do some tequila shots. No, thank you. Ugh. I don't know why. Never liked tequila. 15-day trip from Atlanta. Sean is. I guess somebody asked you something else too. What was it? Oh, that road that goes, the back road from the chip. It is still gravel. And
It's really packed down now. But
if
what
it
you have to
rains-
watch, we have that in our driveway at home that we put our boat on. And it's that rock that's red and it's like cinders. If it rains, stay off that road.
Super chat.
Where'd that come from?
Ken. Who else?
You guys gotta help
hit
Ken.
100 thumbs up. So we have 203 people on. So everybody needs to give us a thumbs up. All you gotta do is click that little button. It doesn't cost you
For those of you
anything.
who showed up, where the heck are we at? We're at Loud American on the corner of 3rd Street and Main Street in downtown Sturgis, South Dakota. What's going to happen here in a couple weeks? The largest motorcycle rally in the world is going to be right here on these streets. And if you're not coming, you can watch it on our channel because people want to know, why do we want to subscribe to these guys? Who are these clowns that are here? Well, we're just not clowns. We're the Bob and Tam Show. Ba-ding! And we're here to show you the best things that go on in Sturgis, where all the events are at. We've got connections now with just about everybody. So we're going to give you the really good down-to-earth stuff that's going on. Tam's going to start working on a schedule to where we do the video at 9 o'clock in the morning, and we're going to be talking about tomorrow, the next day already. She's going to tell you where all the events are going on.
Good to know, George.
So you know what's going on. If you're some of our Canadian friends, or we had an African friend on.
Yep.
Excuse me, beer's to me. We want to make sure that you can enjoy the rally through our eyes
my friend Buck.
and through all that. Oh, Buck's on there? I asked that. Did Buck ever say he's coming to the rally?
Buck, are you coming to the rally? Somebody else said you can ship stuff too. If you're staying at a campground,
Yes.
a lot of campgrounds will
Check
let
with
you
the
ship.
campground you have.
So if you
and
got to
see.
bring all those shoes, you girls, then ship them out here. And
And we
they'll
did that
ship
when
'em back.
we stayed in a cabin the
Kathmandu.
first year at Kathmandu. We shipped out our
Because you had to
pillows.
bring sheets and towels and all that stuff. They didn't supply any of that. So we shipped all that
We
out.
shipped out a grill and all that.
A whole bunch of stuff
and
we
we
didn't
didn't
need.
use none of that crap. Don't bring a grill. If you're traveling on your bike, don't bring any of that crap. You can just eat out.
Hi, Jason.
You go down here to Burger King, get the $3 special. You know, you can go over here, McDonald's, they got a special on fish sandwiches for $1.49 for the square fish that we catch out here at the square pond. So you can get that.
And
So
they
that's
have,
cheap.
I get the chicken nuggets and a small fry.
And you can go to Uncle
$3.
Louie's and get a full meal
Oh
for
my
around
gosh.
$8.
You could
He's got
probably
some-
split that.
If you watch the video, he's got some steak specials and stuff, which are a little bit more expensive, but Uncle Louie's got really good food. And that's tomorrow's video.
Yep, tequila makes my clothes fall off. No.
So that's speaking of her clothes falling off, here's something I want to know if you guys would be interested in seeing. We have one sexy biker chick that wants us to do some videos down from her shop and do some live. Would you be interested in seeing Tam trying on clothes and what she puts on and see what she has on? Won't see her changing her clothes, but you'll see her putting on different outfits that they have in the store. If you're interested in that, let us know, and we might set that up this week and do it. So we'll see if there's a need to see her in different clothes. Since they loved it the other day, was it a pink shirt, a yellow shirt, or
Oh, my yellow
her
shirt.
boobs are about almost ready to come busting out. They were
Well, it was hot. And he says, we're doing a video. Come in here. And I'm
at
like,
home.
yes. So Buck is not coming. Sorry, Buck.
Oh,
I'd like to meet you. He's been one of our first subscribers, and he always comments. Patinging from Lone Jack, Missouri. I don't know where that is. Lone Jack?
I don't know how that's it either. Where's that at?
MO is Missouri. I bring a grill and I use it. Well, that's good.
If you bring it, use it.
Yep. Well,
I
we
mean,
brought
it's-
it. We thought we were going to use it.
We always bring our grill, and we're lucky. Well, most of the time we're out all the time, so it's really tough to get something to eat. She usually does breakfast in the morning. We haven't done that the last 2 or 3 days. We just skipped breakfast altogether. We had a lunch, and that
We're
was
trying
it.
to lose weight.
Yeah. We're not doing it by drinking a beer. Who else
Yeah.
is drinking with us today?
Are y'all having your day drinking with us?
It looks
Look
like water.
It is. My strawberry stuff is floating to the bottom. Can you see that? But they're fixing it up for me.
So we got a lot of bikes going by today, and for Sundays is pretty good. This week it's been a little quieter. There was a lot of people here last week. Not so many here. Friday night there wasn't much bike traffic, and today's not a lot, but a lot of tents. We're not going to show you all the tents because They're up everywhere. And they're all t-shirt places.
I might wear my cut-up shirt to Topless Tuesday. Although they did give us a shirt.
Yeah.
He gave us a shirt yesterday, so I might have to wear that for Topless Tuesday.
We're going to try to get the guy that cuts shirts.
Dan.
He'll go
Hey,
out
Dan,
there.
if you're watching, do you want to go to Topless Tuesday with
We're going to
us?
see if Flexion wants to go out there for the day.
Affliction.
They sell the shirts and stuff, and he works with them.
Oh, they said that the UTV thing's next weekend, July 30th through August 1st.
Oh, I don't know. I thought it was this weekend. I thought it was the weekend
we
after.
may be mistaken.
Yeah. We didn't go out there, so we don't know.
Yeah.
I just asked Michael. He was actually in
Uncle Louis.
Uncle Louis. He was kind of hiding from the camera, like, dude, I ain't filming you anyway. We're here for Uncle Louis. And, so he
But he did say hi to us.
Yeah, he talked to us at the registry after we turned the camera off. And I asked him about the UTV, and he goes, "Oh, I'm not having much of a
Linda
turnout."
says, yes, model the clothes.
All right.
I'll have to get Anessa to give me some stuff that looks good on me because I really don't have a shape for some of that stuff. Cut shirt from Daytona was classic. Yeah.
We're probably going to do another one here. He'll be here.
I did bring it.
If the little girl that does our modeling, what's her name?
Heather, I think.
Heather. She's hot, and she was supposed to do a bodysuit, and since she didn't do it in Myrtle Beach, she should do it here, and hopefully I won't get it taken off of the air because they're going to take a t-shirt and make it into a body shirt.
Bodysuit.
Yeah. So there's not much not showing. So she's promised us that video. So and here
Construction between the 90 and the 79 going to full throttle. That should be all completed.
they're
just
almost
about
done now. The bridges are all been fixed. They were fixing the last bridge when we were there. What ended up happening is the tubing that's underneath the bridge to help for drainage collapsed. And they were afraid that the road would flood. So we actually had one of our subscribers
From Arkansas.
tell us all that good information.
All right. Well, maybe we'll see you next year, Mark. He said he's not making it this year, but maybe next year.
Maybe. Looks like we've already got a couple offers of places to stay for free, which is a good thing. So the other thing we're saying, it's really hot out here. Don't do too much drinking and riding. And make sure if you're out here, you're drinking a lot of water and stuff because
stay hydrated.
You sweat a lot out here. And so you don't want to be out on the bike and get dizzy or see spots, which I've had before.
Two-day ride. That's 700 miles a day, Jody.
That's cool.
Yep.
Sarah
Sarah says she's working. She can't be day drinking.
Yeah.
So she's watching from work.
So I don't know what's the concert's playing like today.
So if you're going to a concert one night, there's a concert you want to go to, and don't plan an early day for the next day because you're going to be out drinking and partying, and then you don't want to be hungover and trying to get up in the morning and go on an early morning ride. So,
and if you're looking to be dehydrated, I learned this from the company I used to work from. If you're going to go out, if you're coming to the rally now and you're going to be here in about 3 or 4 days, you should be drinking your water now because you just can't drink water today and expect to be out tonight. And if you're going to go to a concert or something like that, you're probably going to drink a lot at the concert. So make sure you've dehydrated or rehydrated yourself a day before you start thinking about that concert. And then after the concert's over, make sure you get a big old glass of water before you go to bed.
A lot of people know One Sexy Biker Chick. They know Anessa.
Yep. So we'll be doing some videos from her place, which I already did one. And we got a couple next week. She's going to be remodeling the store. So we're going to show you before and after. And if you're going out to Badlands, remember, it's a lot hotter out there. You're going out in the desert there. So make sure if you're thinking about that, especially if it's as hot as it is, I wouldn't recommend nobody going out there.
We'll do that.
If you break down out there, you're going to be waiting a long time for somebody to come get you. And there ain't a lot of gas out there or stations.
I'll tell you the sizes but Anessa's pretty good. She usually tries to buy sizes that aren't really, they're true to fit.
Like the stuff off of Wish, where the triple X is like small and normal in people.
Yeah, and I'm not small. That's for no means. No, but we're going to go to Bikes, Booze, and Barbecue, Mark. So we'll see you down there. Yes, we're going to try to do some meet and greets. I know a lot of you guys want to see us. It's hard because you guys are busy and you guys got things to do, and we pick a time when we're not busy, and sometimes it doesn't always work out.
So what we might do is on that 5th after the ride, maybe we'll meet people then. Maybe we'll hang out at the Veterans Hall here in Sturgis, which everybody's welcome. And during the rally, you don't have to be a veteran to go in there. And they like your money too to buy the beer. And they're actually a little bit better sometimes than what you can buy out on the street. And it's air conditioned. So maybe we'll do a meet and greet after that on that. That'll maybe be our first one, which would be August 5th. After our bike ride, probably around 4 or 5 o'clock, we'll go in. There goes the boss hoss.
Yep.
Bike. And a
So
Harley.
Ken says he's got a super chat challenge. He'll match the next 2 super chats. So if you guys give us a super chat, Ken will match those. So
There you
thank
go.
you, Ken.
And that's
Don't
what it is.
forget to give
And-
us a thumbs
And
up.
people want to know, why do these people always asking for money?
I'll model some clothes. Thank you.
First of
I'll
all,
try.
what's going on with our channel is nobody sponsors us. We work for you guys, and we
You
want to
pay.
be able to tell you what we see, what we feel. And if a vendor sucks, we don't talk about those people, you know. And there's some really sucky Harley dealers out here too. And if you're looking to buy a bike or something like that, you can contact us, and we'll see if it's one of the ones on our list. We're going to make a list as soon as Tam gets enough time to go through that one video of all the people that recommended the best dealerships. Just like here in Rapid City, we've had 5 or 6 people that were on that list that actually recommended them. We're actually sitting down with the owner next week and talking with him, and you'll get to see that video. So there's a couple of dealers that we've done videos for that we wouldn't recommend, and we're not going to go on here and talk about them. But you can kind of see when we do videos who we recommend, and you can see by the way we talk. So that's what we're all about. We're all about giving you the best information, find the best vendors that you can, the best information, and we stand behind the people that we do. If you have a problem with any of our vendors, contact us and we'll see what we can do for you. And if it's somebody that did something really unjust, we'll just dump them and they won't be around anymore. We won't give them any business from us. So what in turn, just like Adam Sandoval and also the Million Mile Guy, they both got fired from, they didn't really get fired. They just lost their contracts
subscription.
with Harley Davidson because they didn't play the Harley Davidson game. Well, see, that's what we don't want. We don't want somebody to say, well, Loud America, you have to say everything good about us because we're letting you sit out here on our porch. Well, no, if the place sucked, I could tell you. If they were watering down our drinks or they were doing something not right, we could tell you. We have no loyalty to them. We like the places that we support. We buy stuff from the vendors that we buy stuff from. So what we want to do is to help support us and help our channel to grow, because we're not rich by no means. We were hardworking people. I worked for a utility company. She worked for a doctor. She worked for a hospital. And not a doctor. And
Doctors.
so we don't have a lot of money. And this year we
have enough to live comfortably.
Yeah.
But this is an extra added expense.
That we never would have dreamed would be this. Like here, it was $1,450 just to stay at the campground at the Full Throttle or at the Buffalo Chip during the rally. Okay, we got the 3 weeks before, so it averages out not to be too bad of a price. But I still got to make the house payment, so it doesn't make a lot of difference there. But last year we only made $2,000 here the whole time we were here. That didn't even pay for the campground and the gas to get here. So that's what we look at, is if you want us to continue to do this, and we have a lot of people wanting us to go to Florida again in the fall. I had no intentions of going back because of money. But if we get enough people that want to support us, would justify us to go back down to Florida and cover the rallies in Florida again. So that's just another thing that we can do to get you more information. We'll definitely next year cover the big rallies. We'll be in Daytona. We'll do Panama City. We'll do Sturgis again. But other than that, I don't know what's on this agenda yet because it depends on our finances and how we get around. We're not looking to get rich off of YouTube, but if we could break even on some of these trips,
gas.
and we don't expect people to buy us food, we got to eat no matter what anyway. Excuse me.
So your Sweden friend says drinking's for washing, not for drinking. Water is for... Yeah, he doesn't like water either. He drinks very
So that's
little.
one of the reasons we do with the Patreon page and also with people that want to support us here in this way. So we've got some savings. We are spending some of our savings for retirement and doing what we're doing now. So
and we like what we do. We like meeting you guys. A lot of fun. We like
we were hoping. My dream was I thought we'd be by 100,000 subscribers by now. If we would add 100,000 subscribers, we would be making plenty just off of the YouTube and not have to do anything else. So we're looking at, which we talked about last week, about maybe installing parts from Zero, and maybe I'm going to talk to Rick Rack and do demos on that, where they would send me parts that I want for my bike and I put them on. Another thing that we're thinking about doing, which we got to talk to Speeds about, is we're thinking about next year giving a bike away. So if I can get them to go through the motor, we don't have a bike yet.
Thanks, Ruth.
But we're going to talk to the veterans organizations. We didn't get to do something with the vets this year. We would buy the bike and we would do all the work to the bike have some of the sponsors that we have do some work to it. Maybe Speeds, rebuild the motor, make it supered up.
Maybe Dan Kite could paint some, make it look
Yeah.
really nice,
And do some
fix
stuff
it up,
like that. And then we give
put
that
some of the
away.
accessories on.
Maybe in a year from now, it's Sturgis next year. Somebody would get that. It wouldn't be a brand new bike. It'd be something, a decent bike we would get. And something that I
all
would own.
fixed up.
Yeah. And then I would work on it during the winter, do all the accessories, fancy lights and exhaust and all that kind of stuff. I can do pretty much everything, but I just don't have an interest of working on motors. Electrical and all that, I'm no problem with. Handlebars, grips, bearings, all that I could do. I don't have a problem. But I
I
don't.
want to know how they can support us. I think that's what he's trying to tell
Okay,
you.
so that's how you can do it. One, you can actually click the little button down there right now and do the super chat. You can donate $1.99 or 99 cents. I don't know what you could put the and as much as you want. Ken just said he would match the next two people that would donate money. So if you gave us a super chat now and hit that red button there by the comments, that'll give you a place. You either can use PayPal or credit card. And I've done it for people that we watch your channel too. We actually have a guy that we subscribe. We give him $5 every month. And we've been doing it for a year.
I think that's a good idea. The bike would be a big plus.
Yeah. So that's something that we thought we could do. But of course, it's going to cost me money. But if we can get the parts like from Zero.
Oh, we got a super chat.
Yep.
Sarah. No, Sean. Sorry, Sean. Sean gave us a super chat.
Thank you, Sean.
We appreciate
so we appreciate that. And every bit which we are. We're putting all this money. I have a separate account that I put all my. And see, the other bad thing is the money that we make, I have to pay 48% tax on it because we're sole proprietors of this business. Oh, we got another. There they are. They're leaving. Oh, it must be nice to have a fancy car.
Look at that.
I don't ride a bike. Me neither. All right.
Okay. Those are RV play couple.
Yeah,
we're gonna
they've got one of those $500,000 motor homes, $500,000 motor homes, which we'll show you in maybe next week or this week coming up. Maybe we'll get out there and see them. They're at a really neat campground out by Spearfish. It's Elk Ridge Campground, I think is what it's called.
Elk Ridge,
it's high end because even down here
nice.
during the non-peak time, it's $75 to stay there. Where you can stay here in town all day long for $40. So it's all concrete pads. They say a lot of big names. Rusty Wallace will be out there, and if we come during the week, they'll introduce us. They probably know those people too. So we know Rusty. He's a great guy.
Oh, we got
another super chat.
Who is that? Hammer. I can't read. Cameron.
That one. Oh, which one did you put?
Cameron. This one.
Oh. Cameron 1.
Thank you.
Cameron.
He gave us a super chat.
That's quite a long name.
It is.
That's a lot to type.
Oh,
in.
Sarah gave us $20.
Oh, yeah, look
Thank
at that.
you,
Thank you, Sarah. And we do appreciate all this. And that's what we do. We put the money in another account. Now, we do have write-offs because we're writing off a lot of these trips. But what we have to watch in this is we've had businesses before. You have to watch what you're doing.
Get audited
If
easily.
If we're working the rally and I bust my ass like I did last year, it's really easy to just about claim everything but our food because we're here doing this. But if they catch you, like let's say there's a day we play around. We go watch a concert. Well, they want me to deduct that day because we weren't working. We were entertaining ourselves. So I have to watch all that kind of stuff. And we did that. So we really watch what we take off and what we don't take off. But it is a lot of fun. We like to do this. We love talking to you guys. And these lives now have gotten I've really gotten to enjoy the lives. We did a couple lives last year.
Well, we used to watch a lot of YouTubers that's all they did was lives. And he's like, why do you do lives? Why do you do lives? That's just weird. Why do you do lives?
There's also somebody who's got like 20
there's people. A professional monkey.
Oh, there's Professional Monkey there. Are you on the road yet?
Yeah,
they
were
Facebook.
loading up the other day.
They were loading up. They're coming to the chip out there where we're at.
So we'll see you.
He does a lot of stuff on his bikes. I think he's got 3 or 4 bikes or something that he owns. He does a lot of different things.
He shows you what to do and how he does it.
So that's kind of the thing that I'm thinking about. Maybe this fall we're getting a new garage built. Hopefully we'll know next week when that's going to be done sometime next year because steel's not easy to get. In Arizona, you got to build a steel building. You can't put a pole building up like you have here. So we're building a 50 by 60 pole building, 3 garages and a whole bunch of neat stuff.
48%. If you've ever owned your own business and you don't take out any taxes, that's what Uncle Sam takes.
Well, even
48%.
Yeah. So when you get a check we get a check from, let's say I get a check for $1,000, I've got to give $480 of that right off the bat to Uncle Sam. He's going to take it out in taxes.
I missed him.
So you're a sole proprietor. It's kind of like people that are on commission. If you're working a job that somebody's not taking, somebody's got to pay that other half of your Social Security and stuff. And that's what they're taking out. They're taking out your federal taxes, you pay your Social Security and all that crap. that a business pays. A lot of people don't realize that with a business, you might be making $15 or $20 an hour, but you got to realize that that owner's paying another $5 to $10 an hour on your pay to pay your half of Social Security and whatever other, unemployment tax and all the other crazy crap that you have to own when you own a business. Well,
It's not cheap.
We've been there, done that, and we're doing no more.
I know a lot of people think, oh, you own your own business? You guys must be rich.
Well, people think that about YouTube too.
Yeah.
Oh, how much money you make on YouTube?
Well, Professional Monkey can tell you. He just gave us a
Henri one.
chat.
There's somebody that just did the Henri one, which I don't know where this guy came up with the numbers, but they calculate. You can go on YouTube and see how many viewers we have and all that, and you can calculate the percentage of people, but you can't tell if a person watched the whole video, because if you don't watch the whole video and watch all the commercials, we don't get the full amount of money. If you click out on them all, we only get a portion of that because you didn't watch the whole commercial. So they ended up saying that the Henri one was averaging $156 a month. We're making more than $156 a month, and I think he's got more subscribers than us.
Yeah.
So they're way
big.
off. I don't know what this year was. We've done a little bit better this year because we've been chasing all these rallies. So,
and thanks to all you guys for watching. We really appreciate it.
And this year we really didn't get kicked until after in between Panama City and Myrtle Beach is when we kicked again. But I mean, right now we've gained almost 700 subscribers in the last 30 days.
Since we've been here.
It's really great. Last 2 days we've gained almost 200.
Thanks to all of you.
Yep. And
Professional Monkey gave us a super chat.
There you go. Thank you. We appreciate that. And
yes,
hopefully we'll catch, we'll definitely see him at the Chip because he's going to be there. And he said the other day he wasn't sure where he was camping at. There's another subscriber. See, we're popular here in Sturgis. That's one of the reasons I love going to motorcycle rallies. It's because a lot of people know us. And I like that. I always dreamed when I was a little kid to be a movie star. And this is probably the closest freaking thing I'll ever get to. And, but it's neat to go in a room and somebody else.
Doesn't go to his head.
Yeah. And only when the topless girls come and want to post.
Tom gave us $9.99. Thank you, Tom. Another super chat. And Mary gave us $20. Thank you, Mary.
We do appreciate all that. This is a big day. And it helps because payday from the Buffalo are from YouTube isn't until the 25th. So any money I make between now and then, but it actually won't be till next month. They're a month behind. But it'll still come in on this month. But we've done really good on YouTube this month. We've got a lot of videos out. They're starting to pick up. I got a couple of videos. I think it's hit 7,000, 8,000 now. My police one tomorrow is going to be my best one, I think. We're going to get, and if I can get the Hells Angel president to speak, and I think we talked to the right guy today that actually knew him. He gave us his name and everything. And he said he thought he would talk to us. So if we could get Hell's Angels on here, you're looking at 1 million views, I bet.
Hopefully.
If I could hit 1 million, I'll do a little tap dance.
Sweden says their mom works, I guess, makes her own thing, and they take 70% out in taxes in Sweden.
That's why we don't live in Sweden. So people don't realize in America how nice it is.
Our freedoms. We got to fight for our freedoms.
And,
oh, my God.
You could live here in America, and you could travel around on your motorcycle and never have to deal with government at all. You
can live through the rally through us, Sarah.
And then you can speak what you want. There's a lot of, nowadays you got to watch where you're at. But pretty much in America, you have a right to speak your mind. Same thing with the channel they hear. Hopefully we'll never get edited out to where we can't talk about it. What's me ask questions?
No, Ken says you're a Sturgis celebrity.
A Sturgis celebrity. A lot of actually in our hometown, I was in my mother rode Harley Davidson. I was talking to somebody, and guy come over and he says, "You got a YouTube channel?" I said, "Yeah, it's Bob and Tam's." "Yeah, I heard your voice." So that's the only distinct thing about me is most people definitely say that I have a different voice. Yeah. I think when I was a little kid, I had surgery on my throat and my nose and all that stuff. And I think that's what jacked me up. I think the doctor, he's dead now, so I can't go back and yell at him.
Dr. Rowe?
Yeah.
He almost killed our first child.
Yeah, that's a whole nother story. And but maybe he didn't do too good on my throat, and maybe that's my issues. But I ain't paying any money to change it.
Well, I'll tell you a secret. What Bob does is some of the people that we support on YouTube, he'll turn on their video and he'll lay it down and let it play through. So it plays through all the commercials and everything. Then he'll pick it up. Then he'll watch the video himself. And then you can skip through the commercials. The first time they got paid for all the commercials. The second time you can skip through it and give them all their credit.
I do that a lot when I'm editing daily. There's a handful of people that we try to support. Especially new people. We have a lot of new people that if somebody watches our channel, we try to watch their channel too, subscribe to them. And you got to remember, you got to watch these people once in a while. Just because you subscribe, it'll show you're a subscriber, but YouTube will take it away from me. Like if you watched me last year, you're probably on my books. You're not. They took away, during the pandemic, they took about 3,000 subscribers away from me. And everybody I kept asking, they're like, no, we were still, but it is. I think that's what they do. YouTube sees you watched it one time and you subscribe, but you watched it all. Because the trick always was, if you want to learn You got to watch 3 minutes of somebody's video. Don't comment or like the video until you've seen 3 minutes of the video, because then YouTube knows you're not a bot. And because there's a lot of bots out there, and there's a lot of groups. We got tied up in that one of those when we first started, and we lost about 5,000 subscribers.
Paul says, give us a thumbs up.
So we try to run our channel really nice now, and we don't play any games anymore, and try to just give out good information. Here goes a whole bunch of bikes. They're all Harleys.
Hopefully, Sarah, we'll see you. We will go to the kickstands. We know Kim and Joey, and they're hard people to track down too. They don't like to go on camera.
We'll usually go out there. I think they'll have Speeds Performance Plus. We'll have a night out there, and then we usually go out there because Cowboy, the mechanic for Speeds, loves us when we show up.
Oh yeah,
and he's
Cowboy's
a great guy.
Great. So what else you got to say?
All right, let's see what else we got.
I wrote a whole bunch of notes. He said, I want to talk about this. I want to talk about that.
So we talked about the rides that, the rides you shouldn't go on if you don't have any experience. Stay away from Iron Mountains and Needles Highway. If you've never rode twisty roads,
curvy roads,
stay off of those. If you
and they're not just twisty. I mean, they're like hairpin turns.
Well, there is some jackknives. I think there's 5 of them on there.
There's hairpin turns, and then there's
if you end up in the wrong lane, or she's never rode either of those on her bike by herself, I don't think.
No.
Yeah, so she's always rode on the back of mine when sometimes we'll take her bike out when she had her street glide because it was a lot smaller and easier to handle. If you got a Sportster would be great. Have a 1200 Sportster and go on Iron Mountain by myself. That would be a fun ride. I'm not much into crotch rockets. They're just not real comfortable to me. And we had a Gold Wing. It was all right for cruising on, but I wouldn't do. I'm not going to take a trike out there. It'd be like taking, if nobody was out there, we'd take our Mustang convertible and run around out there. That would be kind of neat if it wasn't busy. But I mean, we're getting close now to people are going to start coming out here. We're looking at Tuesday to do our first rides. We should have did them this last week, and we just had too much stuff lined up. Now it's the same thing. It's getting busier and busier. Monday's
hotter and hotter.
Yeah, Monday is packed. We have no way of doing any rides on Monday because we're meeting with the city on everything. The chief of police first, then we're going to meet with the city business leader, and then we're going to meet with the event coordinator for Sturgis. So we got all that down. So that's going to take all day long to talk to the city leaders. Then Tuesday, what do we got? Oh, Tuesday's the day we're going to do the rides. That's 106-degree weather.
Day.
It's a little cooler. If you get out in the Black Hills and wind around those hills, it is a little bit cooler.
And it's shady, too, because there's a lot of
Make sure you
trees.
bring stuff to drink because there's not a lot of places out there to stop. So pack.
Freeze some water, put in your thing, or freeze a
Well, if you're
Gatorade.
camping, it's hard to do that. But get you a good thermos or a good bag that you can keep cold stuff in it so you have some water or something out there to
camera
refresh.
packs or hydration packs.
The visitor center out of Custer has a few things, soda machine or something. Yep, bunch of girls going by. Oh, look, they're even going to stop. Yeah, girls on bikes. Look, girls on bikes. I can't see them. My head's in the way. Can't see them. The weeds are in the way now. Maybe they'll be fans of ours and they'll come over and talk to us. Never know. Look, 200 people. Make sure you give us that thumbs up. That also shows that you care about us.
211. Nice.
So if you're watching, those are the things we're talking about, not riding on the 2 terrible roads. You're not going to miss much.
No.
You can go out there and ride on Von Knocker Road, and it's really curvy at the beginning. Spearfish Canyon's a good ride. I don't worry about that because traffic's usually so bad, you're not really going to get the zip around. I mean, there's some tight curves there. And see, that's the problem. You got to watch the lines. If you're making turns and it's a nice road, Iron Mountain's that way, not Iron Mountain, Spearfish and also Von Knocker has the white line and the double yellow or the yellow in the center. So you concentrate on that. Don't be out there looking around trying to see this or that. Oh, look at that tree.
There's a lot of turnout, so you can turn out and park.
And we're going to do that this year.
And then look around.
When we do Iron Mountain and Needles Highway, we're going to stop at some of those turnouts and do some videos from there to say, this is where you need to stop and look around.
I said, give your honest opinion. He does.
If you don't know that by now, you're in trouble. I'm always known for, if I don't like you, I'll tell you.
Declan.
I'm not always great telling you I really like you. I've only got 2 friends, her and my buddy that rides with us. Those are my really only 2 close friends that I have. Everybody else is people I know. I work with people at work, but I don't associate with anybody that I work with. They're workers. They're co-workers.
Dominic.
Well, Dominic's a little different. I mean, we don't really hang out with Dominic a lot. And
when we get a chance to.
He was one of my officers.
We're never home.
We see him at the river. He's a river friend.
Yeah. Oh, that's what somebody asked too. Have we seen any checkpoints?
No.
We haven't seen any out here since we've been here.
No.
And even when in years past, we really haven't seen a whole lot of checkpoints.
Last year, people complained, oh, they're pulling the motorcycles over. They're pulling the motorcycles over. Screw you, dude. We've seen a hell of a lot more cars pulled over last year than we did motorcycles. Probably like 5 to 1.
Yep.
Like right now, there's a speed trap out here at the high school going out because when you leave town here, it's 35 miles an hour, goes to 45, and goes to 65. Now, it's going to change all when the rally comes. It'll be 35 probably all the way out to the Buffalo Chip. Cop sitting out there right now, and he bangs somebody. Every time we drive by, he's got a car pulled over.
He pulled behind us, but he was doing the speed limit.
So we don't have any license plates on our car.
Yeah.
She's getting her handicap plate. We're getting our South Dakota plates back, and we got to wait. So I got a Sturgis plate on the back of the truck and an Arizona plate.
It's a vanity plate, yeah.
An Arizona vanity plate on the front. I'm just waiting to get pulled over, but nobody's stopping us yet. But we're not doing anything stupid. And I had, when we're riding in the truck, I hit the cruise all the time.
Thank
so
you,
I don't
Rodney.
really worry. But like I said, we haven't really seen anybody doing checkpoints. You know, if you've got a big commercial rig, you're supposed to stop at the weigh stations. But usually if you don't have any names on it, like Adam Amsoil, I think he blows through all the truck stops or the weigh stations and all that crap because he doesn't have any name on the side of his truck. Looks like a camper. His big truck looks like a Super Seed and then a Goliath. And then in the back, he's got a trailer that's got all the junk in it and his bike. So it looks like a cargo trailer.
We will not be at Loud American next Sunday. We're going to be out at Alzada, Montana.
There you go.
They're going to be
if you're out here in Sturgis on August 1st, we're going out to
Alzada, Montana.
And they're going to have a band out there.
Stoneville
Starts
Saloon.
at noon. It's kind of a tribute, not like a tribute band playing normal songs that you've heard.
And it's going to be in the afternoon. I think it starts at noon.
And so we don't know how long we're going to get there about 10. I don't know how long we're going to stay. We're going to do our commercial.
Says, hit the thumbs up.
Yeah, we're going to do a video on Topless Tuesday. It's going to be our commercial.
A commercial for Topless Tuesday.
Right. We're not getting any money yet unless you buy my DVD.
Well, it'll be their DVD.
Boobies. Everybody loves boobies.
I don't.
She always says, "You seen one tit, you seen them all." Now, how many guys tell me you seen one, you seen them all?
Do we have to go here?
She always said, "I don't understand." Well, she treated cancer patients, so she's seen a lot of boobs. She's seen a lot of things for guys too. You know, junk downstairs. And she says, "No, you see one, you see them all." Well, for me, they ain't no two pairs alike. So if you're one of those guys like me, let me know.
We were in New Orleans, and I had these voodoo bead dolls or whatever beads. And this guy's like,
ask her how she got all of her beads.
Well, we won't go there either. And then he says, "I'll drop my pants if you give me those beads." And I said, "I see that all day long. I don't need to see yours."
She's
she's
a butt guy.
Is there open carry in Sturgis? Okay.
Well, no. Concealed carry is good in Arizona, in South Dakota.
You don't have to have.
You have to have a driver's license, and you can't have any felonies, and you can't be drinking while you're carrying a gun, or have any marijuana on you if you're carrying a gun. That's pretty much in almost any state that's open. They call it. It's not open carry. It's concealed carry here. So you can conceal. So even if, because a lot of guys say, which I don't know if it's true. We're going to talk to the cop tomorrow, chief. And somebody said if you've got a gun strapped to your hip on a motorcycle or in a car, it's considered concealed. I'm not sure about that. We took our concealed. We have concealed carry permits. Both of us do, and it's good in almost every state except those one states that don't like anybody. I carry them through that state too.
I think so too. I think last year was a special circumstance because
all the bad things
of the pandemic and all the crap that was going on, and I think the police were very lenient on a lot of things.
Well, they
just said, "This is a warning. Careful. Go on your way."
They say now the police chief here is a really good guy. Now we haven't met him yet. We'll meet him tomorrow. And they said, that's what he said. He's actually sat down with the leaders of the Hells Angels that came in town this week. And they had a meeting with them and talked about all that. Where years ago with the old police chief that was an asshole. What, did I say that? They wouldn't meet with him because he was a butt. He was Uranus.
You better hope it's not the same person. So what was your work? He worked at SoCal Gas, a gas company, natural gas company. I was a radiation therapist and worked for St. Joseph Orange in Orange, California.
Yep. So what I was as a gas technician, I went in people's houses. If you had to turn your gas on, turn your gas off. We serviced appliances. If your stove didn't work, or it's real big for wall furnaces. In the wintertime, we had to fix all them. We were called out by the fire department to do all carbon monoxide testing. If somebody died, we had to do that investigation. It's a great company to work for. I was president of the union for 3 years. I'm a union guy, and we never made the money I did if I didn't make it a union guy.
He told you to take a breath and breathe. We're from the Midwest, so we talk fast. I mean, I try to slow down. People at my work would always say, All right, I got the first 3 words you said. I have no idea what you said after that.
A lot of people think we're from New York. No, we're
G1
not from
monkeys
the north.
in the house.
We talked about the deers. Been 3 deers dead on the side of the road between Sturgis and the buffalo
Be
chip.
careful.
Just in the last 3 days. They scooped them bodies up pretty quick. See one the other day. I almost stopped yesterday, but she would have freaked out. It was like an 8-point buck. It just got hit.
If
Chopped his
anybody
head off.
watches
Oh,
Wonder Hussy,
well, she didn't. She was on her Facebook page. If you watch Wonder Hussy, go to her Facebook page and see what she did. I ain't gonna say no more.
you got to go
You guys
see.
need to go on her channel and tell her that you've seen it from Bob and Tam.
Yeah, we'd like to meet her. I'm sure we passed across. We've been really
doesn't ride
close where
bikes.
she's at. Yeah, but
We're-
she's a neat channel. Oh, the Sweden guy likes his titties.
There you go. Me too. They got the Sweden
You
goes.
see one, you've seen them all. There you go. That's what I say. Have a cold beer. Be happy time.
Okay, if traffic really gets as bad as they say, it could be like the 75th. You know, you need to remember about some of these roads you can get around. You know, you can bypass Sturgis altogether, no matter where you're going. You know, you can take that back way out of the Buffalo Chip, and that road's not too bad. If it doesn't rain, right now it's packed down tight, so it's not too bad. If it rains, stay off of it. It's going to turn into an ice skating rink. But if it's not raining, cut through there. You can even come back out, go out that way, get back on the highway and go to Spearfish. If I was out at the Buffalo Chip or Full Throttle, I would not drive through Sturgis during the rally when it gets full peak. You're looking at a 2 to 3 hour wait to get through town. Zip on out there on that dirt road. It says don't pass anybody, but screw them. There's somebody out there putting around on that road. I'm gonna fly home.
They might know him. He was the union president. D1 says his cousin works for SoCal Gas. So
No, he's got it. SoCal Edison.
SoCal Gas.
It's an E, not a G.
SoCalGAS.
Oh, I went to SCE there. Oh, Southern California.
That's
Edison.
where he does.
He worked for Edison.
So anyway,
Which I know a
you
bunch of
might
people
know
at
him
Edison.
because he was union president for 3
Yeah.
years.
About 6 years ago.
Chili version of Chili Party. Chili doesn't.
So think about that. Topless Tuesday. If you're coming to Topless Tuesday, you need to get there no later than 10 a.m. We're getting there at 8, but we're driving the truck. I gotta bring all my gear because we want to get the best video for you guys. Now we're gonna do a video of Topless Tuesday like we did last year. We'll be out talking to people and all that kind of good stuff. And then, but the really good stuff that happens, you're gonna see on a DVD because we can't put that out, and we're not gonna get an X-rated channel and or even an R-rated channel. We'll just get, you can buy the DVD, and we'll probably give some away too.
245 people.
Holy,
Give us a thumbs up. Everybody that's on, give us a thumbs up, please. YouTube, that's how YouTube sees us, is by the thumbs up.
That's right. So by giving the things that YouTube looks at on videos, we just met a guy a while ago that came all the way from Arkansas. He was going to stop by, but I think he thought we were over at One Eye Jack's. He came from Arkansas, older man, had a beard. He was kind of neat. He had a trike. He didn't have a Harley, but it was a trike. And he's traveling all around. He was going to take Route 66, and he decided to come up here. He's going to hang around a couple days and take off. So we missed him. But we talked to him. I forget where I was going with him.
Oh, all these people that are driving out this way? I don't know. He's had one too many beers.
No, they just don't have very good memory. So people are asking about the channel, how it all works. Is when you watch a video from start to finish and you watch all the commercials and you give us the thumbs up and you write a good comment. A good comment is, hey man, that was a great video on Sturgis and I loved you guys went over to Uncle Louie's. I'm gonna eat at Uncle Louie's next time I'm there. Well, now YouTube knows you actually watched the video. If you just say thumbs up or give me some emojis,
Good video,
or thanks a lot guys, that doesn't get me any credit with YouTube. That gives us some credit to let us know that you are watching us, that's what my daughter said. Don't you know who's watching you? No, we don't.
249.
We don't know who gives us thumbs up, and we don't know who's watching our channel. They tell us an age group, women, men, age group of people. Other than that, I really don't know. Also, I know what state, country you're in. I know how many people in Africa are watching, how many people in England or Taiwan, Japan. We got a lot of foreigners that watch us. We haven't done pating for a while. I messed up this week because I think a couple of the videos I didn't even put the pating in there. We are going to get patches made up, and
we have to call Jack Alexander at
we're going to have to
Road
see if
Kingman.
we can get
he can fix up your leathers.
Maybe we can get somebody out here to do pating tattoos on the boobies. You could bring your favorite girl and have pating put on.
And says he's watching. A lot of people says once you've seen one, you want to see them all.
That's right. I think that's what happened when I was younger. And I think I was like 13 or 12, and this little girl bent over and her shirt was open, and I was like, "Holy smokes, those are bigger than knotholes."
I won't say her name.
Who?
Julie Samples.
No. She might be watching.
She might.
She's pretty big now. Not in the right way.
If she's watching, you just got in
She
trouble.
probably don't watch her.
I will be writing
So
a 3-page essay now. Laugh out loud.
What?
Somebody's going to write a 3-page essay on Russell Woods. Poor late dirty bikes watching. He is dirty old man. No.
Black Hills Adventures.
Oh, that's if you guys are renting.
There you go. She's going to tell you all about it. So if you're going out to Full Throttle and you rented a bike from
Easy Rider.
Easy Rider. No,
Eagle Rider.
Eagle Rider.
I'd
I'd
say
saying it. Eagle Rider that says they're in Rapid City. They're not. They're out at the Full Throttle. So we found a few places that you could get transportation from the airport. This could be anything. If you got transportation, you're coming to the Indian dealer here in town, or you're going to rent a bike from our big buddy over here, Heavy Ed from Daytona. You're going to rent from him. Here's the places you can get transportation. First of all, I'll tell you the first one. Uber and Lyft will charge you $348 one way. That's the highest. So tell them about your other ones.
So if you go to, it's called Black Hills Adventure. Their number is 605-209-7817. And I'll post it in the comments when we get done here. It's a 2-person minimum for $60. That's round trip. So they'll take you out to Full Throttle to get your bike, and they'll pick you up from Full Throttle and take you back to the airport. So it's called Black Hills Adventure. And the number is 605-209-7817.
But there's one catch.
And her name's Carrie.
What's the
and
catch?
You need to make a reservation.
Right.
So you need to call ahead and say, hey, my plane's supposed to land at 9 o'clock. By the time I get my luggage, blah, blah, blah.
Well,
I'll meet you at 11, and they will come pick you up.
And then you need to tell them what time you're going to go home. Your airplane to go home is 5 o'clock on Friday.
So at noon, you want them to pick you up at Full Throttle.
So that's the best price we found. Taxi,
it's
up to 4 people.
Round trip.
For 4 people in a taxi is $150 each way, and you have to call ahead for that. You're going to pay $350 for one way if you call at the last minute when you pull up in there and you fly.
And get a lift.
That's right. So plan.
No Uber, only Lyft.
So she'll put some information. Maybe we'll do our video tomorrow that we're going to put out.
We can do it short.
We'll stick that on the end. There's somebody that said, I don't know, did you read this one about she's a vendor here? I'm the food vendor. We know her.
When I text, oh, yep. We came over there to see you a couple times. You weren't there.
Julie.
All right.
Indian
You're going to give us a taste. Sounds good.
So she always talked to her. She's actually the one, if it's the same
From
one,
Florida.
She's the same one that has all the food out at the Full Throttle.
Full Throttle and down here at One Eye Jack's. What else do you get on this info and entertainment too? That's right. Information and entertainment. Where else are you going to get that?
That's right.
All the Food USA.
We should do a 24-hour live.
Yeah, we've been eating a lot of McDonald's because it's cheap and it's fast.
There's not a lot of fast places here. At home we have Burger King, and we eat a lot of that. Burger King sucks. We get the $3 special. We usually get the double hamburger. It's about this big around, $3. And I really don't want it. So we've been eating.
Well, they've got a Dairy Queen. They've got a Taco John's. They've got Applebee's, not Applebee's, Arby's on the other end of town.
We haven't done Arby's since we've been here. We actually rather have Hardee's.
Hardee's roast beef
are better. You gotta go to Rapid City for that. Food here kind of sucks.
Take the bus. The bus or that Jones Z. J-O-N-Z bus.
That's more of a personal thing with that. I think with the bus, you could probably get a cheaper rate, but you're not getting straight there and straight back.
Sturgis Coffee Shop. We don't drink coffee, but there is a nice coffee shop. They don't have a Starbucks here, but it's called Sturgis Coffee House.
It's right there where the sign is when you come in from LaSalle Street.
Sturgis.
You get off at the LaSalle Street exit. There's a big coffee house right there by the Sturgis sign. Oh, the sign out here that Harley put up says Harley Davidson. Sturgis, the home of Harley Davidson. Or the official bike, that's what it is. It was Harley, the official bike of the Sturgis Rally. It's on their sign out here. I videotaped it today. It'll be on tomorrow's video. I just thought that was kind of funny. Not saying that Harley's not. There's probably more Harleys here than anything else. But for them to say, this is our rally.
Are you coming this year, Mary? She said her first time was in 78.
That's a long time ago.
That's when I graduated high school.
Wasn't even thinking about coming here then. Oh, look at that. Oh, ain't that a rig?
Oh, they lost their awning. Their awning's all tore off.
So we want to
Gotta
ask
watch
you,
if you're out
so,
here camping.
so when have you seen a pink semi-trailer pulling a trailer?
I bet you it's a girl's. I'm hoping it's a girl's.
There's a guy driving.
Oh.
He had a cowboy hat on. Red,
I
white, blue
can't
cowboy
see
hat.
now.
Hey, you're right there.
There's a pole here for the umbrella, which is giving us shade. I can't see what that says. McDonald's would keep my insides clean, but that's for
We
sure.
don't need any of the hamburgers there. We eat the square fish to come from the square lake that's outside of town.
Poncho says howdy.
So we did find out a bunch of places that do showers. If you guys are looking for, you're staying in a tent, got no place to take a shower.
I don't know why that pole's not
The city community center, I think, is going to be the best price. And they're probably going to be the cleanest. Not saying that the high school won't. High school, I think the high school.
And the high school's only open from 6:30 to 11. It's not open in the evening. So you can either get breakfast, or you can get a shower, or you can get a combo. You can get a shower and a breakfast but we don't know the price yet. Mr. Wilson's going to call us and let us know.
So we found out some really good information about that for those that want to take showers. We're trying to find out how you can rent tents in town. You know, a lot of people can put it on their lots. Nobody's got any signs up yet. So, but I'm assuming if you're coming here and you're like, I don't know where I'm going to stay and I got a tent, you will definitely find a place here to stay. I say those that bring tents, don't go out to the Chip. Don't go over here to Glencoe and all these places that charge wristbands. There's a lot of little campgrounds here that have shade. Even the Buffalo Chip, people say, you're out there in the sun. The Buffalo Chip actually has a lot of shade if you got a tent. I don't know if we can get a trailer down in their shade, but you got air conditioner. Who needs air conditioner? Who needs
if you got electricity?
Tree? Yeah. But there's a lot of really shady places there, and it's all behind the Bikini Bar on both sides of the road.
Not bad shady, good shady.
Yeah. And so it's really good that you can.
Oh my
I don't know, my glasses are crooked, I think, and they think I'm half drunk.
They're already saying you got a good buzz going on.
It's my 99-cent glasses going on. She's looking at the comments.
Yep.
I'll drink my warm soda.
Keller, Texas. Hey there.
I'll put my sunglasses.
Pow, that's Jesse.
That's right.
We haven't met up with
He was
Jesse.
on Deadwood the other
We've
day, but I
seen
think
him
he
a
was
few
out
days.
there with Michael because they have a distillery in Deadwood.
He's always called that. Squarefish, Square Lake.
Yep.
Vikings drink a lot of coffee, and I don't know what that word is. OAOC.
They have a new ice cream place that's supposed to open up here on Main Street. What was the name of it?
Emma's.
It's also
Emma's
called
Ice Cream and Whiskey Tango Foxtrot, which means WTF. And you know what that means.
And so they're going to build, I think it's going to be a bar in the back, but it probably won't be open, but they're supposed to open the ice cream shop in front. Right now you can get ice cream at the Sturgis Hotel. Somebody said it's
from Spearfish Creamery, and they said it's excellent. But by the time we went by, they were closed. Well, I can't see.
Well, you don't need to see yourself talk.
I don't know. Is there much smoke from all the fires?
Yes.
It's hazy out here.
Well, it's not clear. Well, it's a little blue over there.
Hi,
but
Greg.
it looks like we got like an overcast, but I mean the sun's out. We can't smell anything, but it's definitely a haze coming over. I wasn't thinking it was a haze because the other day when it poured down rain all night, it kind of cleared up and it was still really cloudy. So I kept thinking it was still the clouds, but this morning we got up, it's a haze.
The mosquitoes aren't too bad. It's the flies that are crazy. Yeah. I don't know what's up with the flies, but
right now it's not too bad.
Flies. He's gotten one mosquito bite. I don't think I've gotten any, knock on wood.
You were saying you were itching when we were
Oh, my middle of my back, yeah. But the mosquitoes aren't as bad as the flies, I would say. So, but I do have bug spray. Every time we walk out, I spray my...
If you're going to walk through grass or anything like that, you should spray down.
Atlanta, Georgia. Hi there. A lot of shady places.
You just got to look around for
places, yeah.
And
you have to get here early because I'm
go
sure
out
the shady
like Pappy Hoyle. I don't think they have any shade out of Pappy Hoyle. That was like a farm field, and they built a park out there. But they got the swimming pool. You know, if you're staying out there, you can at least cool off in the pool all the time. So,
Tennessee.
So that's kind of a nice thing with Pappy Hoyle. But I mean, there's a lot of Hog Heaven. We're going to go check that out. A girl talked to us the other day. Well, today she's been on YouTube a bunch talking to me about it. And they're supposed to build a bunch of premier campsites, 300 of them at the top of the mountain inside the trees. We're going to go over there the next couple of days.
They said you look like the Terminator. They want to know. He was doing that.
My name is Arnold. My name is Arnold Schwarzenegger, and I'm going to be the Terminator.
Hasta la vista, baby. They want to know what you ride.
What do I ride? A motorcycle. I have a 2014 CVO Ultra Classic. It was my ultimate bike that I bought brand new in 2014. First new Harley Davidson I ever owned. I'm not a big motorcycle. Well, I've been riding
Gary
bikes.
the farmer's on again.
I've been riding motorcycles since 2014. 2014, 1974 when I was 14 years old. 14 when I graduated from 8th grade. Yeah.
Yes,
When
we
I graduated
graduated
from
from 8th grade.
8th grade, my dad bought me a 100 XL Honda motorcycle, 74, and it's actually 200 cc, and that was my first bike. Well, bad mistake he made, which he's gone, he's in the ground, not worries, but he put a license plate on it
He
because
wasn't very close to his dad.
he wanted to ride it on the street. So I could take it out on the trail. So when I was 14, 15 years old, I was riding on the street with a bike. So that kind of already got me to be more of a street person than an off-road bike. But back in Illinois, Missouri, you actually get to ride in dirt and mud. Where we're in Arizona now, you ride in rocks. And if you ever rode in rocks, I can't get into riding with rocks. I don't know how people in California call that mudding. That ain't mudding. That's rocking. Rocking and rolling. So that's what I had. After that, we bought an 81. I think I bought my 750 Honda.
Yeah.
And that was sharp. It was blue, nice bike.
Chain driven.
Yeah. We rode every 50 miles. We'd have to stop. We rode, I think the longest trip we ever did on that was about 250, 300 miles.
From Chicago to St. Louis.
Yeah, that's as far as we ever rode on that bike because it just beat you. My hands would be vibrating. I'd have to get off and shake my hands and I'd feel our butts and we'd be under the underpass doing little dances. And so we got that.
We were a lot younger back then,
I sold that one. And for a while, I had a garage and I sold used cars on the side. And we started selling motorcycles. So I had a bunch of bikes that I rode. Yamahas, Kawasaki's, Hondas. Never had a Harley. We moved to Missouri and my daughter's boyfriend got a 883 Harley. And I think that was probably the first Harley I ever rode, I think. And we rode that and I kind of liked that. More and more of my friends were getting Harleys. We moved to California, 2000, what'd you say,
2002.
Moved to California and I bought a older Goldwing Interstate Honda. I always wanted an Interstate. We ended up being a sucker, had over 300,000 miles on it. A lot of carburetor trouble with it. About 5,000 miles all I ever rode. I traded that in and I got me a 2001, just a classic Harley, electric classic. And we put about 55,000 miles, never riding it to work. And we joined the Harley group. And then I ended up buying an 09 Ultra Classic. Rode that about 60,000 miles on it. Traded that in, and I got the 2014 I have now, which has about 20,000 miles on it. I don't ride it like I used to. We used to get on a bike and ride 300 to 500 miles every weekend and never really go anywhere.
So it's almost 1 hour and 45 minutes.
We'll go a few more minutes.
Yep. So somebody said the ice cream at the Fleming store. Now, I don't know if that's the same place that had the donut shop, but that burnt down and it's no longer there. So it won't be open this year. Yeah, so I think that's why Emma's is opening.
Yeah. Donut shop burned down last year. We filmed that. It was like 2 days after the air conditioner burned up, which I should have been a fire inspector. Because I stood right there and I said, I bet you it's the air conditioner caused the fire. And then so this year I found the fire chief and I said, whatever caused that fire? They said the air conditioner. There you go. I predicted that on film.
So they want to know if you think Antifa will show up this year.
No. The morons ain't coming. It wasn't Antifa that showed up last year.
They said it's a different place, the ice cream shop.
It was a bunch of stupid kids from Rapid City, which we know who they were. One stupid moron, the blue-head kid, got his ass fired. We know where he worked. We even know who his boss is. It's one of our friends. Stupid moron. But I mean, just some punk kids that thought they were going to make a big stand. Which was funny was after the blue-head kid got arrested, the other girls and boys cried like little babies until they got in the car and drove away because the police escorted them down there. But, you know, do we expect some of that? Who knows? Maybe somebody will get some balls and they want to come down here and play with the bikers. You know, I don't know. I mean, anybody.
So we're not hardcore bikers. As a guy from Sweden says, we're real bikers.
No.
We've never, like, the real hardcore bikers are the guys that just pack a pack on their tent, on their bike.
Look up Panhead Billy. There's a real biker. Yeah. Somebody that has a bedroll and they roll it on the side of their bike at night and take a snooze. You know, they're not staying in somebody's house. You know, Adam Sandoval for a while when he was out there,
the first
he was doing that. That was, to me, that's a real biker. Somebody that's actually living off the land. Every day's another adventure. Never know where your next dollar is coming from. You know, that to me, that's my consideration of a real hardcore biker. The rest of us, you know, most people are weekend bikers. Like I said, I've been riding a bike a long time. I guess I ride a lot better than I thought I did. I didn't think I was that experienced. But I mean, when I ride on Iron Mountain and Needles Highway, and we've got out by us is the Sidewinder. It's 209 curves and 8 miles. You know, I like riding all those, but it's not hard. So it's like the Tail of the Dragon. We'll do that maybe next year, but I know I'm going to be disappointed because everybody says, "Oh, that's the ride of the rides." You know, I've rode all these other rides, and I do love Iron Mountain. That is I say that's the #1 toughest ride in America, and I don't think just because more people die. Actually, you can look at ours at the Sidewinder out in Arizona, and a shitload of people have died there. Excuse me, but a lot of people have died on our road because the fine burros, the morons that drive cars, feed them, and they're standing in the middle of the road, and you come around, and burros don't move when you hit them with the car or hit them with your bike. They just kind of stand there and look at you stupid.
We have to wrap this up because if it gets too long, YouTube will not recognize it, and we won't be able to put it back up for anybody else to see it. So there's a few more people we want to say hi to.
Just say the time.
Right up there.
It is. All right. So we got about 10 minutes at the most we can do. She's going to look through the comments real quick. If you got anything you want to say, let us know.
Police Gypsy. I don't think I've seen him before or her.
And we do appreciate everybody. You know, we'd like to stay on a little longer.
Thank you for all the super chats.
But we found out that the phone here, I guess, is only holding. It has to hold it before it goes up. And I don't want to bring my laptop out. A lot of people do laptops, but it's a little harder for me to hook the microphone up to because we want really good sound. Just like here. I don't know if you can hear the motorcycles going by.
It's really loud.
But I mean, we can't even hear ourselves talk. You couldn't hear the band playing Friday night that was out here because of the microphone we have on it. So
Harry the farmer says he likes Iron Mountain too.
Yeah, that's my best ride. And you know, we'll do Tail of the Dragon. And I think it'll be a fun ride. You know, we also did, you ever get to California, you go up there and do Mulholland. That's a really really curvy drive. You got to watch the crotch rockets because they'll come zipping by you about 80 miles an hour in the turns. So you learn to kind of look in behind you because they won't go around you. They'll come right next to you. You can stick your hand out and touch them.
And they scare you because you can't hear them coming from behind you.
You got to constantly be
once
watching.
they go by you, it's like,
how is it? She's blonde. I can do that a few times to her. How was that again?
Stop it. Don says, see you next time. And he says, be safe and patingers.
And we thank everybody for checking us out. We got a lot of great things coming up this week. We got a lot of great videos after this is over. You know, we got Rod. We got to talk to him this week about the history. We got a bunch of his employees are going to talk to us. We just found out that out at Topless Tuesday, the announcer there has been doing announcements out here for like 20 years at the Full Throttle. Not a Full Throttle. He was the MC out at the Buffalo Chip first. Then he went the Iron Horse. Now he's doing Topless Tuesday guy stuff. So we're going to talk to him about some of the history. Those videos will all come out after the rally. We also talked to Jack Pine Gypsies, which we're going to show that probably next week, about them talking about all their events they got on.
Then we got the flag ceremony at the Buffalo Chip. That's not out yet.
Hopefully that's going to come out. I'll get that done before
the rally starts. That for the first day.
Opening day of the rally. And and the very end is just priceless. And it was in the right place, the right time to film that. And what's great about this is we get people like the Full Throttle, full access. We just left Shade Valley, full access. We've got Iron Horse, full access. So we've got all these vendors and promoters and bar owners and things like this that have given us full access to whatever we want to film, no questions asked. So we're going to have some great videos. Not saying any of the other guys out here aren't going to have videos like us, but we probably got the most connections. Because what's funny about it is all these people are the same people that own a lot of the same bars in Daytona, Panama City.
So we kind of know them all.
Yeah. And the girls, we know all the girls. I don't know. We'll see how this week goes. Maybe we'll do a middle week one. I'm probably going to stick with the Fridays and the Sundays.
Next Sunday night.
We had a really good one here in the afternoon. I don't know what we got planned for. Oh, we're going to do that concert.
Yeah.
We'd have to do an evening one if we do next Sunday because we're going to be out there, and I know out there in Azale, whatever. Out by Topless Tuesday. They ain't going to have no internet out there in the middle of Timbuktu. They call that BFE. I don't think the hotspot. Ain't no hot enough to go out there. I don't think we'll check our phones when we're out there because I would love to do a live.
Ken says he'll help us with Topless Tuesday.
Come on out, Ken. I can always use somebody to stand next to the camera so it doesn't get knocked over.
So, because we want to put a couple cameras out, so we need somebody just to man a camera, just to make sure nobody takes it off with it.
So one camera is going to be stationed on the whole stage the whole time and never go in.
Email us, Ken.
And then I'm going to have another camera that I'm going to have and the camera that she's going to have that's going to get the close up. She's going to be right down front. She's gonna get all
I'll
the girls.
probably be on stage.
She's gonna get all the girls' interviews. We're even gonna try to get their sizes. 24,
Their measurements.
36, 24. I guess it'd be 36, 24, 36.
36.
Unless you're
That's
5'4".
5'3". And
gonna
baby
sit-
got back. Baby got back.
She used to
It's one
DJ.
of my favorite songs.
Her favorite song is
Pour
Salt
some
and Pepper.
sugar. Pour some sugar on me.
You don't like Push It.
I like Push It
Oh, she
too.
likes Pour Some Sugar on Me too. She used to really dance.
Yeah, when I could, I gave my back, my
She
legs.
does know how to do the fancy dance. Fancy, what's that song? That's not fancy.
No.
Like it. Like, something like. It's a song that's
It's a new song that
Wayne, somebody sings it. It's
Yeah.
country.
Wayne Shepherd? I don't know.
No, it's not Wayne Shepherd.
Anyway, we got to go, or else we're not going to be able to save this.
So
Thanks.
look, what t-shirt contest? That is in Azalea, whatever. And what's the name of the bar?
Alzada. Stoneville Saloon.
Yep. And it's on Tuesday of the
Montana.
rally. The wet t-shirt contest starts at 2 p.m. But you want to get there at 10 because you ain't gonna find no parking spot after that. And it's legal to be topless in Montana. So you don't have to wait for the show.
I never did learn how to jitterbug. I wish I did. My mom and dad did, and they never showed
So
me.
you don't have to wait for the show to start. See topless women.
Yeah.
Because it's
Once
legal.
they get out there,
Oh yeah.
everybody.
Hang around me. A lot of them girls just came running up and pulled their shirts off and like, hi, Mom. And I'm like, come on, Mom. Come on, get the camera going. Get that camera going. I still got those pictures on my phone. Come out. I'll show you the pictures from last year.
Glad one of you are sober. I don't know which one, because we both had two, and that's way past our limit.
It's too hot to be drunk. I'm
It
just
is
trying
hot.
to show you. You actually get, the more we do this, you actually see who we really are.
Especially on the line.
Some of the people that know us, Art, my buddy Art, he's not on there tonight. He'll say sometimes in the comments, I see the real ones coming out. So you don't really see who we are. We like to have fun.
Buck says, "Oh my word."
I'm one of these people that I treat
That's
everybody
perfect.
with respect, and I try to get along with everybody. But if you're an asshole to me, you're gonna get it back. And I'm not gonna deal with, just like some of the places we deal with. You know, they blow us off. There's a couple of vendors that are gonna be here that they can kiss my ass. They still ain't never gonna get a shout out from us. And if you're here, I'll tell you who they are. Don't buy nothing from those assholes. Go over to Rick Rack. They sell better stuff.
All right,
I like my Rick Rack guys.
let's say goodbye.
So with that, pa-ting, we are going to leave you here in wonderful, beautiful Sturgis, South Dakota,
Downtown Sturgis, Main
where the
Street.
animals run free and the boobies are flopping. Right here in the heart of the heart of America. Actually, you don't go too far away. You can actually see the center of the continent. What town is that in?
Belfuge.
Belfuge. You can go there and see that. We filmed it last year.
Yeah.
We'll probably film it sometime this year. Sometime when we get out that way. There's a whole lot of neat places to go to, and we're going to be talking about that later in the week, about some great places that you guys can check out while you're out here. There's actually a town they sold on eBay, and the people that own it still own the town, which is kind of neat. We'll talk about that, and probably some people already know about that. We have 200 of you. Make sure you give us a thumbs up. That just shows that you care.
And it shows YouTube that you guys care.
That's right. And that gives us better ratings. And we're trying to get to where we can get up to where we want to be, just like we were last year, the #1 source for Sturgis when it comes to Google searching us out. So,
Buck, if you ever been to South Dakota, we thought Texas was the heart of America, but South Dakota got them beat. Sorry.
South Dakota is truly God's country. If you'd really spend, we spent
Texas is the first.
we spent
second.
45 days here. The people, the beauty, there's no place that you can ride like you can in South Dakota. And that's why it's probably so popular. And there's some great places to ride in Texas, but not like South Dakota's got. Black Hills is #1. So with that, we're almost running out of time. We're going to leave you right here. We'll see you all soon. Keep watching. I'll let you know when the next live is. Probably Friday night for sure. We'll do something Friday night. And Sunday, we'll see what I can do. I'm not sure. Crazy dog behind us. So with that, we're going to leave you right here in beautiful Sturgis Main Street at Loud America Bar and Grill. Bye. Whoops. Bye.